Hello, hello. I'm back, and I'm back with a play date. So, who wants to play? We're so excited. We love the mouse, and we all know the happiest place on earth is calling our names this summer, right? I can smell the churros. Anyway, we are here for our fourth play date. Simple stories, say cheese, happiest place, play date with Paper Wizard. And basically, it's like a collaboration on steroids. So, for those of you who are new to the Playdate, welcome and thank you for joining us. And for those of you who are back for more, bless you. Thank you for coming back for more. All right, so our schedule has been posted up on the page. And we also have just a few things to go over with you real quickly so we can roll into this Playdate and have a good time. We're going to kick it off with Demo Donna, and she's going to teach Just Mousin' Around. How cute is that? All right. And then after that, we are going to do the card set with Elise Martindale. And there's 4 cute little cards. Oops. And after that, we have Marion Kuhn, and she's going to be teaching the Hello Magic mini album, which is just all the colors. I love it. It's adorable. And then you're going to get me again, and we're going to do Say Cheese. And after that, one more class, the tag set, back with Elise. But wait, there's a little bit more. After all of the classes, we're going to reconvene, and I'm going to give out some prizes and a sneak peek, well, not really a reveal, but a sneak peek reveal of our next Playdate number 5. Don't worry, in between the classes, there will be some little breaks here and there. You can get some snacky snacks and do your thing. Maybe get a little glue refills if you need them. But we will get started here. So actually, what should I say? I should say, let's get this party started. That's right. All right, see you in a little bit.
Hey everyone, it is Demo Donna here, and I am just mousing around with this wonderful play date, this collaboration between Simple Stories and Paper Wizard. We are going to be creating this 2-page layout. Here is the beautiful page number 1. And you also have page number 2 with these adorable Mr. and Mrs. Mouse. These are going to be so much fun creating. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, a little bit might be sped up, so you might want to come back and rewatch this video again later. Your instructions are your best friend, and let's get started. Okay, as you guys know how it goes, grab your instructions. These are your best friends throughout the next 30 minutes. And then of course, if you continue on to work on this after the live, which I recommend, I do speed some of this up. I'm going to start here on the title and work our way down and then go to our 2-page layout. Pretty simple instructions. So I am just going to show you the assembly of the awesome title and additions here. So as always, we are going to grab our fabulous Paper Wizard pre-cut papers, and you are going to make sure you pull them out in order. So it comes in a nice little sub sandwich there. You're going to pull that out and then just very carefully start pulling these apart. There are sometimes little hidden gems in the center, so pay attention to that. And once you have all of your items kind of placed, I like to read through the instructions, take my pieces out and place them in order in the way the instructions read. So when I go to assemble, it's pretty easy for the most part. So you're going to start with your title. You're going to take your black backer and your white backer, and you are going to glue these together. All right, you can also use a removable adhesive like they always say too. check once, check twice before you glue it down. So you want to make sure you're nice and happy with the placement before you glue that down. Okay, so now that I have my black and white backers together, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and we'll place that right here. All right, I pulled over all of my balloons, and in Paper Wizard fashion, we've got these little helpful tools. I've got left and right, so I have separated out my left silver backers, the beautiful shimmery white paper, and my colored balloons. So this is my left side with the little teal bow, and then I've got the right side here. So we're gonna go ahead and glue all of our balloons first to the white paper. Just glue that guy together. And my black, I just love the mouse ear balloon. So iconic, so adorable. You're gonna take the red one and grab that, and then we are gonna add the teal right there. Okay, so I've got my pink, black, red, teal, and last but not least, this cute little yellow balloon. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue the bow on, if I could pick it up. There we go. So just grab a tiny little glue dot. You don't need much since we're gluing paper to paper. And drop that down. My glue's wet, so I have a second to move that over. And that is that adorable little teal bow. All right, and now I'm gonna go, this guy's gonna go down first. And we are gonna drop that right where it goes. Okay, now I'm gonna take my pink. And I'm especially gonna hit it with some glue over here to make sure it sticks to that little ear. And now we are gonna grab our teal. And then our red. You can even use a pop-up dot if you'd like. Since I've got enough space down here, I think we are gonna be good. And that is our balloons for our left side. So I'm gonna set these aside. They're so cute, don't fly away. And we're gonna go to our balloons for our right side. We are gonna do the black and the pink. There we go. And I am going to put that together, starting with the black mouse ear balloon first. Then we are going to do our pink balloon. There we go. And then we are going to set that aside as well. We are going to pull our little, actually let's attach this first. We'll finish this adorable little solo yellow balloon. Never good when you see that one balloon flying through the sky. You're like, oh no. Who let go of their balloon? Okay. I'm gonna grab my cute little yellow balloon. And now this guy is gonna get set aside, and we are gonna grab our backer here, and I'm gonna add some glue right there. And we are going to lay our Mickey ears down. I'm going to glue that guy when we're done with the rest of this. Grab your black and teal just mousing around backers, and you are going to glue these two guys together. Before you go completely rogue, just start doing your own thing. I don't recommend that. You know, it's the do as I say, not as I do, right? It's better that way. Okay, so I've got those completed. Then we're gonna grab the mousin, and you're gonna wanna glue these guys together. Before you do that, make sure you've popped out all your little extra pieces. I had a little extra piece here. You might have a little left over from the laser cutting. So just do a quick eyeballing and make sure all of your pieces have their little leftover pieces removed. See, like that one right there. I have a little pokey tool. I am gonna do this before I drop it down. We're gonna watch the magic happen. There we go. Gently pop that guy out. There. Okay, phew. All right, I have my mousin and got that little piece out. So we're good to go there. And that's gonna go right there. We're gonna go ahead and drop that guy in. Okay. And then we're gonna take our mousin and then do our just around. So I'm gonna start with my beautiful red M. I just love this color. It's such a classic red that like, I feel like it is a little bit more of a blue red, which is so pretty. I'm a red lover. I just love me some red. What can I say? All right, we've got our O and then our U. And there's a little bit of spacing between these, so you don't need to really worry about any of them overlapping. It's always good to know. All of the different fonts are so unique, so it's good to know if there's any little tricks. And with this one, you don't need to worry about any overlapping. Just leave that nice little white shadow. And it has that very classic vibe. What a great page layout. So fun for all your trips. I mean, if you're not mousing around on one of your vacations this summer, where's the fun in that? Okay, we've got our N. I think I did mine upside down. I did. There we go, that's better. I'm like, wait a minute. Again, check it once, check it twice. I guess this is a, you know, let's learn together about our mistakes. Okay, that's it. No more mistakes. No more boo-boos. Okay, then we've got the just, and I am gonna go ahead because I think it's gonna be a little bit easier for me to do this while I'm holding it. I'm gonna first glue together the just in the frosty white. For really small pieces like this, you can also use a glue pen, which sometimes people forget about. So you can grab your little glue pen. I definitely added a little bit too much glue, but the good news is that will dry clear. I've got my gluey fingers. You know, it's just part of the job. There we go. So pretty, so delicate. So delicate. And then the around. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Hello, hello. Make sure you comment below. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first play date, your third play date, you've done all the play dates, you're a super fan, I want to hear about it. Let's get to know each other, shall we? I mean, we all have the coolest hobby in common, so. All right, and I am coming to you from Minnesota. That is true. Okay, I have my beautiful I love that pop with that white background underneath the red. So that is done. And we are now gonna glue our hearts together. You have 3 hearts, 3 small hearts. That is not the real song, but we're just gonna pretend. You know, if you take my classes, you do know that there is sometimes unsolicited singing. So sorry about that. I will refrain. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for yellow, just being aware that there's a little hole up there. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to do our gluing, and we're gonna do our balloons. Oh, it did say attach your balloons to the backer. Oh, that's funny. I was just being hard on myself. It happens. Okay, so there are our balloons. Be aware of this little placement like I was when I glued this on. I was aware of this placement. That helps when you're layering that in there. All right, and then I'm gonna do my just mousing around. There we go. Then your balloons, then your just mousing around. You just scooch that up a little bit. There we go. Lovely. And then I've got this guy. I have a little pop-up square that I'm gonna add right there because that's got a little bit of competition. So I'm gonna do that, and you've got this free flowing, which I just love. And look at, again, you have a placement right here. So I'm gonna actually hold that down, let that drop. And you can do a little glue dot if you want to add this so it's not like just floating around in your scrapbook page. You can add a little glue that to kind of hold that down. I wouldn't go over the top. You don't need much. So cute. And then you're gonna add your hearts. We have one next to the M right here. I'm gonna place that right about there. And then you're gonna have one next to the U and the S. I'm gonna do a little glue on both of those there. There we go. And then we have one on the end here. And it's actually glued to that teal section if you want to completely follow how it's put together. It actually might be even a little lower. I'm gonna attach mine to the end just so I have something to grab onto. Okay, we're gonna do these little adorable film strips. I'm gonna just add a couple little drops of glue. Not gonna go too crazy. So that one's gonna go there. Now you have 2 options. You can wait until you put these on your scrapbook page, and these are gonna be glued right underneath. So one is going right here, coming out of this guy. We'll just do it now. We'll do it now, so by the time we get to our final page, everything's glued together, no surprises. And that is flowing out just like so. And then you've got this guy on this side, and we've got to just add a couple little glue dots. It does help if you glue it together. There we go. They're so dainty, just like film really is actually. Okay, don't want to handle that too much either. And then this is going to be coming from, oh, I guess that's where my heart went. That's funny. This is going to be coming from right there. Am I able to pop my little heart off? Oh, look, I am. I know you guys saw it. You saw it. You saw where my heart was supposed to go. Didn't you? Okay, there we go. No harm, no foul. I do have a little glue eraser that I could use right there. Fabulous. Okay, I have my just mousing around with my 2 film strips. And next we are going to be working on Mr. and Mrs. Mouse. And then we're going to be putting our full layout together. All right, everybody, we have our Mr. Mouse and our Mrs. Mouse. To get started, it does say to take this little white strip and glue it to the back, but I am going to actually take my red piece first. Since I noticed there's an actual spot where the white piece goes, we are going to glue our red piece first. There we go. And the black and these just layer right on top of each other. And I know I threw glue everywhere. Luckily I didn't do too much where the mouth is. And then now I'm gonna flip it over and add a little bit of glue and then drop that white piece in. That way it fits in there perfectly. There we go. Okay, then flip your Mr. Mouse over. You're gonna grab his adorable little face and add a little glue. Just gonna do a little dot on the end so his little mouth doesn't lift up. And again, I'm just kind of eyeballing before I drop him down. You've got a little bit of a black shadowing around him. So you see you've got a little bit around his whole face. So you just want to make sure you're going to have a little wiggle room. There we go. Next, we're going to take his pants. Those are important. And we are going to drop those down. And again, you've got a really nice detailed black outline where it actually looks hand-drawn. Pretty incredible. Amazing. And then you've got the yellow shoes. And in true form, Miss Mouse has a few more steps than Mr. Mouse. What can I say? Okay, we're gonna finish off with these adorable little shoes. And then start on our Miss Mouse. So cute. Love it. Okay, this one, pay attention everybody, because we are gonna take Miss Mouse here and flip her over, and we're first going to glue our flower in. So I'm taking my flower here as well and flipping it over, and it is gonna go right in there. Obviously you can turn it over if you wanna make sure that none of the white is sticking out, but that is step 1. Step 2, while you still have Miss Mouse flipped over, we are gonna flip over this red piece, and that is gonna fit on there perfectly. I like to pick it up and kind of move it around with my fingers to make sure I have it fully covered. You could flip it over again and do a double check. You're gonna take this little skirt back here, same concept, flip it over. I'm gonna add a little glue right here, and this is going in these little sections here. So that is going right there. It took a minute, took me a second. That is going right over that. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see. So that is covering up the back of that skirt, and that's so you add that lined in shadowing detail. Just incredible. It's always so mind-blowing. And then we got the shoes. It's all about the shoes, everybody. Okay, got the top one is the smaller one. Again, you're gonna flip it over, drop it down. I'm gonna hold this piece up to just make sure I have that all lined up. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the same with this one. Flip it over. It's easier to flip the whole piece over instead of trying to flip over the tiny shoe in my hand. Okay, and that is all the backing pieces: the flower, the mouth, the skirt, and the shoes. Now we're getting to the front of Miss Mouse. We have the flower yellow, check. We have the adorable little hat, cute little sailor hat, so fun. And that is going right there. Adorable. A little too much glue, but that's okay. That'll dry. Miss Mouse face. And again, you're gonna get a little bit of that outline. So I'm gonna go right here. And there we go. You can really see it around the nose. There we go. And then her skirt. It's always good to know if you're looking for an outline or not, because sometimes they get stacked on perfectly aligned, and sometimes there is a little bit of that like drawn outline look, which is so pretty and so detailed. All right, last but not least, you got the 2 strips of the shoes. There is this piece here. Adorable. I have these shoes. I love them. Such a great fit. So comfortable. I actually have that skirt too. I don't have the hat. I kind of now want the hat. I'm gonna need to get me that hat. All right. Polka dots would be great. Here we are, Mr. and Mrs. Mouse, ready to be added to our beautiful pages. Now we're just gonna finish up the final pieces, the balloons and the hearts and the tags. Okay, I am gonna do a quick off-camera assembly of all these balloons and hearts. The instructions are very simple right here, balloons and hearts. And then we're gonna add these to our 2-page layout, like that. All right, everybody, here is that beautiful 2-page layout. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our beautiful title, just mousing around, our Mrs. Mouse and Mr. Mouse, our balloons and our hearts. I did already add my banner. A little trick to that is lay it in place first and then glue one down at a time, making sure you connect your little ends together. And then for these pieces, I didn't lay them out yet. I just made sure I did not glue down my paper mats, my photo mats, so I can add these in. So I just did dots on the 3 sides here, so I can move this around, and on the 4 ends here, so I can move this guy around. If you do glue them down and then you get to this point, you can always take your paper cutter and cut a little strip of that circle off and just glue it up but to your photo mat. Very simple solution. Okay, let's get started with our Just Mousing Around title. I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue. I did place my photo mats a little high on this page on the right, so I am gonna have a little bit more overlapping than it does show in the photo, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I think I'm gonna pull it to the center a little bit more. And then remember, you got your just and around to help you use as a guide to be nice and straight. So that works for me. I've got those laid down. Okay, now that that is glued in place, I'm gonna take my Mrs. Mouse And you don't need too much glue. One thing to keep in mind is I'm gonna have the eyelashes and hand over my white photo mat. I know in essence that it will be a photograph, but at least it's not gonna be lost in the black mat for your photo. And then I'm gonna take 2 hearts. I'm gonna do a yellow heart here and a gold heart right up here, and my adorable balloon. Okay, and then the remaining 2 balloons are going to be floating on this side. And again, you can attach a little bit of adhesive to your string if you don't want them just loose, but I'm okay with them being loose. I've got my Mr. Mouse. I'm gonna add a couple little glue dots and set them right about there. So cute. Really turned out perfect. And then you've got 2 hearts here as well. And your pages and your Mr. and Mrs. Mouse are facing each other, which is so sweet. Add those 2 hearts. And then you've got 2 more balloons on this side. I've got a balloon here coming from the castle. And then I scooted this guy all over. There we go. A balloon right up here. And then last but not least, you have your 2 hearts. And then you have your beautiful, so fun, very nostalgic, love the design to the Simple Stories paper pack. So I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy all the other fabulous Playdates. I had so much fun doing this. Make sure you head on over to paperwiz.net to check out more fabulous products. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, Elise here with Paper Wizard. So excited to be with you guys. We're going to be doing the tag set for the Simple Stories, Say Cheese, Paper Wizard Playdate. We're so excited to be here with you guys. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. I do want to give you kind of my setup here that's going to make everything go a little bit faster. So I went ahead and I've got my card with all of my ephemera pieces, everything from the packet of laser cut papers that will make like the happy birthday title and Miss Minnie and Steamboat Willie. I've got that there and all of the papers that I needed to cut from the 12 by 12 paper packs that were given to us. So that's just going to make everything go a little bit faster right now, but no worries if you don't have that all separated, because you will be able to come back and watch this video for 30 days on Facebook, and it goes to YouTube and then it stays there for however long. So you will be able to come back and watch, pause, rewind, all of the things that you need to do. But
so let me restate that one other way.
Yep.
Is that there was a separate packet that was laser cuts.
Yes.
That we had parts for each of these cards, and you've already separated those out and opened that packet up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, oops, not, as I hit the camera. Sorry, not shown here, but you certainly have that with you.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I also have my cheat sheet. If you've been with us before, then you've seen these, but these just kind of help me because I'm a visual learner. So we've got Steamboat Willie and the inside of his card, and then Miss Minnie, and then the happy birthday title. And this is a laser cut piece for it. So we read it left to right, just like you read a book. So for example, all of these pieces, wait for you to come on in. All of these pieces to the side, the red, this yellow piece goes underneath, white, pink, and the white goes right there. Same thing here. It all goes underneath. So kind of layered out so you can see it. And it's a good time. So why don't we go ahead and get started? We're going to start with the Steamboat Willie card because that's first on my cheat sheet. I know it's not card number 1 on the instructions, but it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my stack over. Whoa, that was crazy. There must be an earthquake in Utah. We're all, we got everything going everywhere. So, all right, going to go ahead and fold my card up. Oh, I've got 2 of those right there. I don't need 2 of those white pieces. Okay. I'm going to start here. And then I also have my little banner piece. Now, if you have not already cut this and you're worried about getting it the correct, like even right there, then in the Say Cheese packet for your is the 2-page layout. In that packet is a little white laser cut piece that says banner template on there. That's going to have the little cutout piece right there. You can probably set it right up next to it, trace it if you're worried about that, but it's the same deal.
Trace the back.
Trace the back of it, cut it out, have a beautiful time. So go ahead and stick that on. Then we've got our scallop piece from our laser cut piece packet. And then this is also from the laser cut packet. All right, then we're going to get into Steamboat Willie. Here's all our pieces. He actually looks more intimidating than he is. But I'm going to go ahead and turn him over. We're going to glue behind his hat, behind his mouth, the buttons on his pants, and that little piece by his pant, like the opening of his pants, the leg hole. So, oh, and his shoe. My apologies. I did that when I was first putting it together too. So I'm going to go ahead and put his shoe on. That lines up really nicely right there. And then the red piece that goes down is this red piece. So the hat, and that's a hat piece as well. Just line that up with the outline. And then there's my pink piece when I spilled everything everywhere.
Can you take that out of the card and do what you're doing?
I can. Would that help
Let's try
you?
that. I think it would, because I think
Show
on
it better on the
video,
camera?
Yeah, they might. If I were watching, I go, that's a little hard
For
to see.
sure.
There we go.
So when you turn it over, you
So
can
you're
see
on the.
that little bit.
He's
of
turned
yellow.
over.
He
Yep.
is. We flipped him over.
Okay.
We're gluing on the back so that we don't have boogers everywhere. Nobody
go.
likes boogers. My daughter has boogers right now, and she's really cute. And I like turn around and I catch her wiping them on my chair. And I'm like, awesome. I love that. I'm just going to burn my whole house down. Like, it's fine. It'll be fine. All right. Pink piece behind his mouth. Then we can turn him over. And then we're going to be putting glue on the back of each of the cards.
This is where it gets fun for me.
Oh, yeah?
But it's fun for me to recreate Walt's art because it's so simple.
Yes.
It's just so cool.
Honestly, when I first looked at this before I like put it together, I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of an intense one to put together.
Yeah.
And then I actually did it. And I was like, oh,
no, it never is.
that's not bad at all. So, all right. And then his shorts.
And in case you're wondering, the reason at least put that initial red piece for the shorts on the back is, believe it or not, we try to
make your life easier.
minimalize the little teeny pieces that you need to use. So that was a way to hopefully accomplish that for you.
And if you ever have little tiny pieces like that, email Eric. Like, Eric, what in the world?
What up? What the
Actually,
heck?
I don't remember what it was, but I texted Keziah at like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, what in the world
Did she,
is this?
did she throw me under the bus?
She said, I know, right? I cannot believe that piece is so
yeah.
tiny. So, yeah.
We
that
have a
was really
gal named
funny.
Keziah that is, we call her the chairman of the boards.
She's so awesome. She writes all these instructions, you guys.
And she goes through every one of these things and vets it and
Mm-hmm.
inspects it and makes sure it's going to
For
work.
the most part, I think some other people do some PKCs sometimes, but
She's the one that is
She's in
responsible.
charge of it
She's
all.
in charge. So
all right, guys. So these Steamboat Willie was put on the original card with pop dots. You can kind of see. But I'll show you the difference, and you can decide what you want to do.
looks great either way.
It really does. I think the pop dots do add just a little bit extra pizzazz, but this is really cute either way. So
Good job.
stick it. Thank you.
So 1 down.
1 down, 3 to go. All right, let's move on to Miss Minnie. We got all of our, oh my goodness. We're not moving on to Miss Minnie. Eric, I'm losing my mind here. There's an inside to the card. Tricked you.
That was a test for me, huh?
It was,
And I
yeah.
failed 'cause I'm-
That's actually my daughter's favorite thing to do right now. We'll call my grandma, who not on FaceTime, on the regular phone, and I'll say, Avery, do you want to trick Mimi? And she's like, heck yeah, I do. So she hides under the blanket, and I call my grandma, and I'm like, Mimi, have you seen Avery anywhere? And she's like, no, she's not at my house. And Avery thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And it gets her to be still for a few minutes, which is like a win in my
There you
book.
go.
So, all right, guys, I'm so sorry about that. Going to do our little clipboard. That's 2 pieces, silver in the back, red on the top, and a little star. That is from your laser cut packet. So that just goes centered on the black. Sorry guys, I'm going all out of order. If you want to know what it looks like whenever I'm doing these at home, this is actually what it looks like. I'm doing everything all at the same time. So, yellow, this white piece.
Which represents the picture.
Or you could write
Most
like
cases,
a note on
yeah.
here. Be super cute that way. But do whatever you want. This is America. 250 years.
How about that?
That's crazy. That's why you see all the like cool extra branded stuff. My favorite energy drink, they came out with a bomb pot for a limited edition. I'm like, get the
Wow.
heck out of here. I know, I just ordered 2 cases so I can have them. All right, the tickets. That's from your in one of your ephemera packets and your little star. Ta-da! So, super cute. Now we're finished. Sorry, you guys. I'm losing my mind over here. Now we'll move on to the Miss Minnie. All right. Move everything here. Gonna go ahead and fold my card in half. Then Move everything down. All right. We're going to put glue on the red polka dot side. And that's centered on the card. Yellow scallop from your laser cut packet. And your pink circle from your laser cut packet. All right, and then we're going to do the stars real quick. Save that little yellow piece. That's important. We want that. Yellow stars go on the black. Give it a little bit of a pop.
Do those squares have arrows in them by chance?
Which squares?
The cards?
The stars? Or the...
Yeah. Is there a...
There is not.
Okay.
But they're both oriented the same way to
So
where the
it's
top
easy to
star...
see, yeah.
Yep. So as long as you keep them in the card...
You're good. If you
It'll
ever
be
wonder
really
why
easy.
we put these things in these little rectangle pieces, it's so we make sure you get all the pieces.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
you're not trying to find them.
It's really hard to just pull the small separate pieces off the laser machine too.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, stars are on. Now let's get into
Little Miss Minnie.
Little Miss Minnie. Stick that to the side. Okay. Again, this looks probably way more complicated than it is. So go ahead and pop her out for you guys to see. I like keeping them in the cards, especially if you're like not working on a paper underneath, because then all the glue will get on your table. But you guys are pros. I'm sure you have a cute mat or something. So turn her over to the back. So we're putting glue on the back side. We're going to put glue right here for her hat, and then her mouth, her skirt, and her shoes. All right, I'm going to turn this over, put her skirt on, and it lines up with the outside, and her hat. I did not put glue on this flower because I took it out of the card and it's really fragile. Actually, before I take that white one out, I'm going to go ahead and the little yellow dot from the star card, that's what we're doing, is we're filling in this flower. So I glued it while it was in the card because it kind of keeps that piece a little bit more stable. And then it lines up really nicely right there. All right, then we've got the pink for her mouth and the red shoe pieces.
And you're just filling in the holes.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows through on the front.
Yeah. All right, then we turn it over. And if you look here, you can kind of see, if you're having a hard time seeing, you can see the difference. Like the pink goes there for her mouth. This is not lining up right for me because I didn't put glue on it, but, and then the yellow, and then that little white part right there, the red in her shoes and the white in her skirt. You can kind of see some of those because it's white pieces going behind, but on the white paper is what I'm meaning. So, but it's all good. That's why we use reusable glue dots, restickable. All right, we're gonna put all the other pieces on. We've got her red skirt and her shoes. There's kind of lines up with the curve there. Honestly, if you haven't taken that piece out yet, it's probably going to be easier to do this bigger bottom piece first. So learn from my mistakes. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do.
Just do the best you can.
That's right. That's all you can ask of yourself.
Our motto at Paper is all you can do is all you can do. After that, it's in the fates, Elise.
In the fates. I need to be better about that. Alrighty, guys. Miss Minnie is done.
I'll show them.
Oh,
Here,
yeah, go
this is
for
a good
it.
example here.
Yep.
Is the best way to do this is probably put glue on the, see if we can press this down. I'm not even on my own camera here.
No, you're good.
If you press that down, maybe glue it on the back of that black just a little bit.
I'm just gonna tap it.
Yeah. This is a challenging.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you keep it in the card to glue that piece, you
Yeah.
won't have to worry about breaking it.
And I told Elise to bring it out so it's better in front of the camera. So that's probably my fault.
So it's Eric's fault.
It is.
It's all Eric's
But
fault.
it's all good. It all worked out.
It did. It's because I've been working here for a long time.
Yep.
All right, and then Miss Manny's going on.
Now, by the way, I will say this while Elise finishes this card up. If you ever are working with a Paper Wizard project, a Playdate, a PKC kit, or one of our inline products, and if you tear a piece, or if a piece doesn't work out for you, let us know. And we will usually send you that piece for free, because it's kind of our little guarantee to make sure that you are happy with the finished page or title.
Yeah.
And we actually answer the phone, believe it or not.
That's true.
So we encourage you to call us.
All right. And your white piece, guys, this is laser cut. So here's your trick. You can kind of see the burnt edges. That's the back side. Put the glue on that side.
It was amazing how white that piece looks until you put it on a pure white
Oh, yeah?
cardstock. Yeah.
With the edges of it.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Have you told them about the mats yet, Eric?
We're making new ones.
Good stuff. All right, I kind of did that off center because you have some ephemera that is going to kind of,
Yeah, this
Cover
is
it
the
up.
first time, if you look at this scrap mat that Lisa's working on, I think it's the first time in probably, gosh, 6-7 years. We haven't had our own mats that you're working on down there
crazy.
because we are literally out. We used every one of them. We used to get them made through Photoplay. So now we are making our own.
All right, take it to fun ephemera. And then this is two separate. So we're going to glue this one down first, the smaller one. And it's going to cover up that balloon base holder, the weight of it. If you're like, man, this girl does not know her words. I do know my words. I've just been teaching simple words to my toddler all day. All right, guys. We remember the inside this time. So there you have it.
Looking good.
2 down, 2 to go. Good stuff. All right, let's do the happy birthday one next. So this is our card that we're working with. And here's all of our things. So go ahead and fold my card. I'm gonna kind of throw that back here.
Let us know where you're watching from, what state.
Oh yeah. Eric and I are both from Texas.
Yeah.
But opposite ends, quite literally, of the state. So
Yeah, it's funny, my part of Texas, there's really not an accent as much as the other areas.
and I don't have an accent because my mom was an English teacher and she was doing her degree when she had me and when I was little. So she practiced all of that and like enunciated very well. So I don't have an accent, and I've been here for long enough to where
It wore off a little bit.
yeah. When I talk to my friend, her name is Emily Ann Forrest.
That's the name.
Yep, that's very Southern for you. Her mom is Dana Michelle.
Dana.
Dana Michelle.
Not Dana. Dana.
And her husband is Billy John Forrest. And it's Justin Ryan is their son.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I don't know if you're watching this, Dana, but shout out to you. They're like my second family. They're awesome. All right, guys. Enough with distractions. Okay. We're going to glue the white backer onto the black backer. And then we're going to do our balloons and the word happy. And then we're going to do birthday. Move this to the side. All right. Here's your tip on the balloons. Glue the balloon actual piece and then the bottom of the string. And then when you pop it out, run your tweezers up underneath because they are really fragile. But you want a little bit of glue down at the end so the strings aren't going crazy.
That's pretty good. That was a pro move, Elise.
It's a pro move. How long have I been working here? 5 years? 5.5 years? That's crazy.
You
Time
started when you were
flies.
about 16.
I was 19.
You were young.
It was Bonnie's birthday.
Really?
My first day was Bonnie's birthday, and we handed around a card, and I was just like, I'd never met her before. I was, happy birthday. Like, what do you say to that? You just put happy birthday
Did you
on.
get hired by Luana?
I did.
Okay.
Yep. So Bonnie wasn't here at all when I did my interview. So good stuff.
Yeah, she won't let me interview anybody because I hire everybody, according to Bonnie.
That's your hack. If you want to work at Paper Wizard, just ask Eric.
I'm like Father McKay. Everybody gets a job.
Oprah, you get a job.
Mm-hmm.
You get a job. Everybody gets a job. All right. Then we're going to do happy. And guys, this is glitter, so you want to just be careful. Put your tweezers up underneath where that tab is and just pull a little bit. And it'll pop right off.
Yeah, that's part of the reason we use glitter on that piece. Because being
A
black,
little more
it's not.
sturdy.
Well, being black, you can say, well, gosh, you're wasting money making that glitter, not linen, black linen cardstock.
Oh, yeah.
But as you just mentioned, it's a lot sturdier if it's glitter.
All right. All my red letters are centered on the white. Actually, everything's centered here.
I know.
There's no upper left.
I know.
I almost don't know what to do with myself.
We're going back in time. If anybody's brand new, what Elise is referring to is at Paper Wizard, we are known for all of our lettering and titles. We usually cheat up to the left and the top to give you the
It's okay.
layering.
Upper left was done on the page kits.
True.
So
I will say this is a lot easier when you're designing them.
oh yeah.
Just do the outlines and live with it. Don't worry about it.
All right, guys. This one I'm just gonna do like every other letter.
But do be careful. Don't get,
Yeah, look how flimsy this
yeah,
is.
don't get too aggressive or well.
That's also why I do.
Well, you're living dangerous. Look at you.
That's why I do every other letters, because you gotta.
Tell them to be
And
careful, and you're playing jungle gym with
if
it.
it was supposed, if supposedly it did break, you can glue it back together,
That's true.
and you can't even tell that it would have broken. So, see, but then this one's, you can't bend it. So
No. It's bueno.
all righty, there's our title. So turn that over. Just do a little bit of glue.
When's the last time you went to Taco Bell?
To Taco Bell, on probably this past week,
Yeah.
honestly. That it was like our reward whenever I was pregnant. That was the only thing. With Avery, it was like Dr. Pepper and McChickens. And with Lincoln, I wasn't even necessarily nauseous. My cute midwife was like, those are called food aversions. And I'm like, me being averted from every single food should actually be called food apathy. And so I survived on turkey sticks and cheese sticks. And then I would I would cool off at night and I would eat an entire box from Taco Bell, which I think is the only thing that gave me enough calories to grow a child. But hey, it worked because he was 10 pounds, 4 ounces early. So he had plenty.
Well,
Plenty
Bonnie
to
swears
eat.
that our first son, Colin, had the same experience. He actually was born with an appetite for Taco Bell.
Oh my goodness.
He once she went through there and he got a little bit older.
Oh well, and then
he loved some Taco Bell.
Cooper is like
Mr.
Taco
In-N-Out.
Bell.
No, Cooper's Mr. In-N-Out.
Well, he is Mr. In-N-Out.
Oh, but he loves Taco Bell.
He loves
That's right.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, our middle son Cooper works. He's a manager at In-N-Out, but he's known to stop at Taco Bell for breakfast on the way in.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, their breakfast is superior. So, all right, guys. So
I still can't. We're probably spending more time with this than we should.
on Taco Bell.
But Bonnie's not here. You can still get like a breakfast burrito for $2.
You can still get gas for $1.99 from Taco Bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's,
You guys.
that's a Texas joke.
There you go.
All right. That's a bad dad
If
joke.
you- yeah.
I can't believe you know bad dad jokes.
Oh, I totally know them.
That's funny.
Actually, everybody thinks that Kelly's the funny one, and he's funny in his own right for sure. But I'm the funny one. He just says everything that I say louder, so people hear it, and they think, "Oh my gosh, you're so funny!" But I'm like, that was me, like 100%.
was my joke.
So, yeah. Okay, guys, this is not tricky. It just maybe looks a little intimidating. So the red grid is from your 12 by 12 paper pack. This is a journal card from your 12 by 12 paper pack. Go ahead and glue it on like this. You're going to be like, Elise, it's hanging off the edge. Did you not get enough sleep last night? No, I
Have you
didn't.
been
I have a
drinking?
5-month-old. I did not get enough sleep last night. Go ahead and glue it on. Then you can take some scissors
Look at that.
and cut along so you're not trying to guess where everything's going to be. And just
Boom.
boom. There you have it.
See,
And
that's
then-
another thing that Amber did, or Bonnie did, one of the two. I think Bonnie actually designed these cards. But that's something Amber would do. You should have that card halfway off the page or 20% off the page,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is
You
cool.
just cut it off.
Yeah.
It's a good time. See, and I even did it a little bit more than Bonnie did, but
Yeah.
no worries.
Amber's not afraid, and I'm speaking of Amber, who is the co-owner and designer at Simple Stories. She's not afraid to break the rules sometimes about the designs that she uses and how she creates
So you
things.
heard it here first. Eric said break the rules.
Well,
It's important.
I just think it's creative. I think it's fun.
Break the rules. All right, guys. There's another black heart that you put down to make that outline for the overlap. So don't forget that.
And we're going to see Amber and Kevin at Rocky Mountain in about a little over 4 weeks.
I should come see everybody.
You should.
I should pop my kids in the stroller and
Yeah.
head on down because I live like
A couple blocks away.
2-3 blocks away. Yep. So
Be careful. You come in, we'll put you to work.
I'll make Avery. She'll do the running.
There you go.
It'll be a good time. All right, guys. Last card. This one's, it doesn't have anything laser cut that we're putting it together. But if you look on the inside, you're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? There's a pocket. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's way simple. Just looks probably more intimidating than it actually is. So start by folding our card. Okay. Then we have, oh, my paper back here. Our teal star. That's going to line up at this bottom part here. And then the flower. There is going to be a slight, you might have an overlap, it might line up. It's not going to be perfect. That's okay. We have our red strip
The great equalizer.
to cover that up. The great equalizer. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's like a professional job there.
So professional. Actually, the women in my church group had an activity where we were making cards for veterans and writing notes to them. And it was really funny because I was just like making these cards that looked like way like this, like they look way fancy, but they're actually really simple. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, like, how are you doing that? And I'm like, well, I've done this for a few years, but you're probably overthinking it
You
a
work
little
for a
bit.
scrapbook
But
company.
I do, yeah. So, all right, guys, here's the tricky part. I don't know if it's that, the tricky part. All right, flower piece is going on first. You can put glue over all of this. Okay, line it up right there. This is from a 12 by 12 paper. We are only going to put it in a U. So the glue is the bottom, the top, and that's the left side on your right, because that's the right side on me. That's your left. Left, on the left side. Line that up over here. And then I'll show you with my tweezers. There's no glue there, so it can go.
So you only put glue on there, on the outside of that,
It's like a U.
the edge. Yep.
Yep, the outside edge, but not this part. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down, this ticket from your ephemera, one of your ephemera packets. And then we'll make your little peekaboo pocket piece. So this is from a 12 by 12 paper. Go ahead and cut that out if you haven't already. That is centered on this red grid paper. Then we're gonna turn it over. I'm gonna just put a little bit down and then glue that on the back. Now, the reason I didn't put glue on here is because if I would have glued up too high, then you would see the glue, which is not a big deal because these glue, you guys, you just take it right on off whenever you don't need it. That goes right in here. So fancy. So fancy,
Look at that.
guys. That's the end. Oh my goodness. We
that,
made it.
You made that look easy.
All 4 cards. So
You said 30
there we go.
minutes. It's 30 minutes and 47
oh my
seconds.
goodness, you guys.
And
Have I done this before or what?
And I took you down
So
Taco
awesome.
Bell Lane in the middle of all
Taco Bell Lane. Yeah. Actually, I had a bean and cheese burrito from the Maverick on the way over here.
There you
It was
go.
pretty good. So anyways, you guys, hopefully you're nice and hungry now. You
if nothing else.
yeah, you guys could take a nice snack break or whatever. And if there's not actually a snack break in the schedule, you can take a snack break anyways, because this will be up for you to come back and rewatch anytime you need. And the cheat sheet should be posted in the comments by Colin. So anyways, thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey y'all, I'm Marion with Paper Wizard. Thanks for joining us in our Say Cheese Happiest Place Playdate today. I hope you're having an amazing time so far. This session, we're going to have lots of fun creating this Hello Magic mini album. So go ahead and grab your mini book packet and your prepped pieces, and let's get started.
Alrighty, are you ready? I love this little mini book. It is so cute. So we are going to work on the Hello Magic mini book. We're going to start out actually by grabbing this wonderful little Paper Wizard packet and pulling everything out. Some of these things we're going to use right away. Some of these things we're going to use on later pages. So the circles you can put up and out of the way. We're going to use those a little later. Same thing with the little kapow and banner. And the hearts and the balloons. All right, so those are all going to be for later. So let's get to the hello. Okay. So I'm going to grab everything out. Turn it over. Whoops. So we have them all ready to go. All right. So, we use the other two circles. So to get started, we're going to take our black and white dotted paper, and you're going to corner around, if you haven't already, the two outside corners. And I'm not going to do this one, but if you're new to or haven't used a corner rounder in a while, best way to do it for me is to turn it upside down so I can see that corner is directly in the slot it needs to be in before I cut it. Makes it a little easier. Okay, so you've got two rounded corners. You want to make sure that those corners go to the rounded side of your book. And it's just going to be kind of centered between the black strip on the left side and then the right. So there you have it. Now, I said to put all those circles aside, but we actually do need the teal circle and the larger shimmer gold or shimmer yellow. And we're going to put those on again right in the middle of this book cover. So now we have this ready to go and ready for our title. So we're going to move this to the side for a minute and we're going to work on the title. Okay. I'm going to start by taking the black and the white backers. Now, before we put this white backer onto the black, there are two little red dots in your card here. You're going to grab those and we're going to put those, I'm going to turn this white one over, and you're going to put those right in those little holes for the dot for your eye and the dot for your exclamation point. And again, I usually put just a little glue around the edges of where I'm putting it and then pop it on there. All right, and we have that. And then we're just going to put some adhesive on the back of this, and we're going to turn it over and put it right on that black backer. And it's going to be centered, allegedly, on the black backer. And you can see then you've got the little red dots filling your eye and your exclamation. All right, so next we're going to take the black letters, the H, the E are independent, so they're by themselves, and then the L, L, O, and first comma are together. The other two we're going to work with in just a minute. And we're just going to put those on. And again, these black letters are just going to be centered onto the white backer. None of these overlap for right now. Okay, so now we're going to get into some of the colored letters. We're going to do some of them. So we're going to start with the H, which is the teal. Oops, that's fallen out already. We're not going to put all these down because there's some overlapping of the colors to give it a little dimension, which is so cool. So, and then we want the E, the red E. And then the pink L. So grab that one. Now we're going to skip for right now the teal L. So put the pink L down. And then we're going to skip that teal L and we're going to go to the O. Whoops. Now, if you wanted some dimension on your title page or your cover, you could definitely put some pop dots underneath these to give it a little height. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this L and the comma. Grab the second black backer for each of those. I didn't pop dot it because it is the cover. And the way I store my albums and things, I just didn't want the extra dimension to it, but it would be really cute with this title. All right, so I put the black L backer, and then I'm putting the comma backer. And you can see we did that just because they overlap those two. So, and then we're going to take the teal L and the teal comma and put those right on, centered. All right, now let's do the magic. Okay, the magic is all red. And it's just going to be centered right onto that white backer. Oops, crooked. All right, what are you going to use this beautiful mini book for? Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Paris. Ah, that's a dream for me. Or something else, because it doesn't have to be Disney. Whoops, I almost put my eye upside down. although I don't think it really matters. Either way would look cute. Oh, actually I did put it upside down, y'all. So in the card, the smaller end is on the bottom. I did that wrong on my practice round too. Should have known better with it being in the card that way. So the smaller end of the eye is on the bottom if you want to keep with the way that Bonnie and Eric put it together. All right, and then the exclamation point. Okay, then we're going to take this and it's going to go right in the middle on the top of your yellow and teal circles. And there you have it. Okay, so we're going to flip this open and we'll go to the first page. Now, I put everything in my holders. I'm not going to put them back in during the class, but just so we have them and you know what pages go with what. Okay, so I have page 1 and 2 here. All right, so let's start by putting down our photo mats. So you've got black backer. Oops. Oh my gosh, y'all. Almost missed it. Red circle, large red circle. That goes first. Large red circle goes almost to the edge of the right-hand side and then centered top to bottom. Okay, now we can put the black backer. It's going to go about 3-ish squares in. All right, and then the yellow photo mat. Well, and I missed the other circle. My goodness, I'm having a day. All right, so we have this smaller gold and the little tiny red circles. All right, and I'm just gonna pop that up because this tiny gold one needs to go under there just a little bit. I don't know where my brain is right now. Okay. Gonna pop that in, just put that back down. And then the red dots. Okay, now we have some fun things to do. Okay, we're gonna take this blue circle, and if you haven't already, you're gonna take this blue circle and you're gonna cut about 1 inch off of it. So if you haven't done that already, go ahead and do it now. And this is going to be for later. So don't toss that. Keep that somewhere good. Okay. This is going to go right down here, the rest of that circle. If you don't have your pictures, now I'll probably say this 100 times, but if you don't have your pictures, don't put any adhesive on this side where it overlaps with your pictures. That way you can just pop it right down, put tuck the picture inside, and then if you want, add a little more adhesive after your pictures are on there. And then that's just going to go flush to the bottom of the page. We're going to go ahead and get this Let's Go that hopefully you pulled out of your journal bits already with your homework. And that's going to go right on top of that semicircle. Okay, now More fun. Grab the balloon cutouts, laser cuts that were in your pack, and we're going to use the bee balloon. Just double checking that I'm right since I've already goofed once here. We're going to use the bee balloon. So we're going to grab all of the pieces for the bee balloon. And if you were an A+ student for homework, you might have already done these. But I didn't want to do them just in case some haven't done it yet. So we've got the silver backer. Then we're going to put the white balloon on top of the silver backer. And then we're going to put the gold on top of that. All right, and then that's going to go over here to the right-hand side of your page. I'm just going to put adhesive on the side that's not going to be on top of my picture again. And this would be a really cute spot for a pop dot. Okay, so there is page 1. Page 2 is easy peasy. It's actually this cut 4x6 element. So that's going to be page 2. All right, and now page 3. I'm going to go back and grab all my things. While I'm doing that, if you're just watching and not doing, tell me how you sort your items when you're sorting for a project like this. Do you use little bags? Do you use something else? Trays? Okay, so for this page, we're going to have the polka dot backer. We're going to have 2 red and 2 teal with the polka dots up if you'd like. Either side is really cute. I like the polka dots because I am a polka dot lover. And I think it just really ties in well. So, plus that's how they put it together at home office. So, all right. So the first one is going to go down on the right, slightly crooked. So I put my red base down, and then I'm going to center that teal polka dots. Okay, and then do the same thing over here, except I'm not putting adhesive down on the lower right corner because it is going to overlap the other photo mat somewhat. Now this goes down just a little and tilted as well. And you can use your polka dots as kind of a guide if you want to do it exactly like the instructions. All right, then my other teal photo mat. I love how easy this book is going together. And then you have Never Stop Dreaming. Adhesive only on the right-hand side. And it's going to go down on the right, about 1/4 of the way up on your photo mat. And there you have it. Okay, next page. I'm going to grab all these wonderful things. You've got the flower side up. You cut your little banner during your homework, or flag. That's going to be about 1/4 of an inch in from the left. I didn't get it on there straight. Okay. And then you've got 2 small squares for photos. All right, and that's going to overlap that red flag just a little. And again, we're doing a little catty corner with that one. And then the other one is going to go, I'll put that a little too catty corner, but that's all right. The other one is going to go down just a little and almost straight up and down. Okay, then you have these 2 little red pieces. Now, here's the kicker. If you don't have your photos yet to put on here, I'm just going to put a little tiny dot of adhesive on one side so I can easily pull that back up when I want to put my photos on. You could simply just put them in your photo sleeve. And leave them in your photo sleeve so that you don't have to glue any of them. But because I'm doing the sample, I want to make sure. Okay, so that's how it looks when it's finished. All right, let's go on to the next page. This has lots of stuff for front and back, so I'm going to grab everything out. And put it all over here. Make sure I don't lose anything. Now, with this one, we are using the back side for the next one. So you want to make sure that your tickets are reading the right way. See, when I pulled that out, I had mine upside down. So you want to make sure that your tickets are reading the right way because that's going to be for the back. And then I'm going to flip it back over so we can use the flower side for this page. All right, we're going to start by putting down the photo mat. And it's going to go about, y'all, I don't measure a lot. I just eye it, but about 3/4 of the way, if anybody wants to measure. About 3/4 of an inch from the left side. I'm not a measurer. Okay, unless I actually have to. Then we're going to have this striped. And it's going to go all the way to the right, to the very edge. And then you've got a small blue strip. Now, if you didn't do your homework, which is totally fine, we will have this on the Facebook page for a month. So you can cut your items and then come back and do it. This blue strip, I slightly overlapped. But you don't have to. I honestly, I can't remember what the instructions say. I'm not reading them as I go, but either way is going to look fine. All right, and then we've got another red circle from our pack. We're going to grab that red circle and this cute little, I think, bits and pieces item. and I'm going to put adhesive where it overlaps the red circle. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So you can put adhesive on all of it if you'd like. And you're just going to kind of center that flower on the red circle. Now, this red circle then overlaps where your photo is. So not putting any adhesive on that. Again, lots of good places for pop dots if you like a lot of pop dots. All right, and then that's going to go down just on the right-hand corner. And we are done with that, except we're going to flip that over. And we're going to use this ticket side as the back. Or as, not the back as the next page. All right, so all your pieces for this. Uh-oh, I'm missing a piece. Where did it go? Well, Lord. Okay. I don't know where it went. I'm missing this polka dot piece right here. So we're going to talk about it. I might have put it in another page, not thinking. Okay. Well, all right. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. And just know that there's one piece that I'm not showing on the on here, that, and I'll show you the finished one in a minute. Okay, this blue grid paper is going to be framed up on the right-hand side. And when I say framed up, I just mean you're going to have the same amount of border all the way around to the right side. Okay, because this red piece and the polka dotted strip, which I can't find right now, is going to go to the left. Okay, and it's going to go, you're just going to leave about an 1/8, 16th maybe, just a little tiny bit of the yellow showing to the left of it. All right, now, when I find my piece right here, I will put that down later. So now go ahead and put that polka dot piece down. And then we're going to put the flags on, the little banner strip. I think it's great. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue because I need to find my other piece. So adhesive on this section, right? Basically 1.5 flags. Actually, maybe about 1 flag. Adhesive on 1 flag. So you have ability to put your photo underneath. So you can just pop that right up, put your photo down and add more adhesive later. That's going to go right near the top. And then we have this beautiful little teal star. And if you have your photos, go ahead and put lots of adhesive. If not, a little dot. Because that'll end up being on top of your photo, which makes it so fun. And then the last piece is the Fun This Way. It's going to go right down here to the left-hand side. So this is what it actually looks like with the polka dots on it. I told you my pieces tend to fly away. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it happens. All right, so next set of pages. This is page 7 and 8. going to be using the back of this paper, but it doesn't matter really what's up or down. This side, the front of it, you want to make sure your tickets are right side up. Okay, so let's put down our photo mats. You have a red photo mat, and then you're going to have polka dots. And that's just going to be centered right in the middle of your page. And then you've got the polka dot side. I love this paper. Oh, I love color anyway, so polka dot stripes, just so much fun. And then that's going to be centered in the red mats. And then you have Best Day Ever. And I'm just going to put adhesive on the right edge of it because you're going to overlap this Best Day Ever onto your photo. Okay, not quite centered, but flip that over. Gosh, it's just so fun and so easy. So we're going to start with your red and teal grid. Okay, and it's going to go a little slanted. Teal grid's going to go centered right in that. And then you have your magical memories that was cut from one of the 4x6. No, sorry, not 4x6 elements, the journal elements. Okay, and then no adhesive on this side. And that's going to come in right like that on the left. Okay. And there you have it. Okay, next set. You've got your flower backing, a red photo mat. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And it's going to slide up toward the top a little more. So it's going to be centered left to right, but you're going to put it up closer to the top because of the blue castle. Okay. Then we're going to take this castle and it's going to go down to the right-hand side, kind of in the corner, overlapping your photo mat. And then we have this, the teal strip, graph side up, and it's going to go over on the left hand side, and you're going to leave about a quarter of an inch. And then we get to do some more die cuts. Yay. So we're going to grab the balloon, and we're working with the A balloon. Grab your 3 pieces. We already put the B together, so you know how they go together. Easy peasy. Okay. White goes on to silver. And then gold goes on to white. And then this is going to go right over that teal strip. And I'm actually going to put, because it's not on the photo mat, a couple little dots of adhesive on my balloon string too. When you put the balloon down, the balloon goes a little above the edge of your photo mat. All right, we do not use the back of this one, so I'm going to put it aside. And then you've got this cute 4x6 elements page that is going to be the next page. So nothing to do on this, just have it cute and be by itself. Love it. All right. Next set. Now, we are using the back of this paper for the next page. So again, make sure that this is the correct way before you start gluing everything down on your polka dotted side. All right, we're taking the red photo mat. And it's going to be centered right on this page. I find centering sometimes with polka dots underneath me a little challenging. I don't know. I guess my perception goes off or something. I'm not sure what happens, but okay. Then the Yummy Treats is going to go, a little more glue on that, is going to go up and to the left. Oh, we didn't talk about that this time. Okay, it's going to go on the left-hand side, overlapping your photo mat, and just sticking right there. On the right-hand side, we're going to put this beautiful food voucher. All right, how many of y'all remember these type of tickets when you went to Disney? I wish I would have saved mine. Actually, I probably did. It might be in an old, oh gosh, can't remember what they're called now. Didn't call them scrapbooks way back when. All right, and then that's going to go, I think I have it up a little too far. I'm going to pull that down a little bit. Okay, about right there, which is about an inch-ish down. All right, and now we get to get into stickers. Yay! All right, so we only use a couple stickers on the mini book, but they are so adorable. So you're going to grab this snacks sticker. It says snacks, and it's got the food attached. Going to grab that off. It comes from right there. Okay, about halfway down on the rightish side. And now, here's the kicker with stickers. If you don't have your photos yet, you don't want that sticker to go all the way down unless you have some undo and love to use it all the time. Okay, so when you put this on, some of this overlaps your photo. So I take, I can't think of what it's called, an unstick, and I use it on there to take that stickiness off. You can use baby powder, you can use a specific item that's purchased. Lots of different companies have them, but you just take that sticky off of there. I used to have a pouch that I used, a powder pouch. Actually, I still have baby powder sitting here that I used ages ago, just in case I run out of something that I need. And then that sticker is going to go to where the snacks is straight up and, or not up and down, straight right to left. It's going to overlap your food ticket just a little bit, and it's going to go almost to the edge. The right-hand edge. Okay, so that's how it's going to look right there. All right, we're going to flip that over, and you see, oh snap, magical memories. that is the next page. So once again, we're finished with that page. Just comes together so darn easily. All right, I'm grabbing my next 2 pages out. And we are using the back of this polka dotted paper, and it's stripes, and if it was cut correctly, then you have your stripes up and down, which is the way that they should be. So you have your polka dots. And now we're going to put down the photo mat first. The photo mat with the grid side up. And again, this one is going to be now over to the left-hand side, more so than in center. So you want to frame that up. And I talked about that just a few minutes ago, to where basically the side and the top and bottom are about the same size. Okay, then we're going to take our flag, the beautiful stars. Really like that. I like the tone on tone, so cute. And that is, make sure I didn't put any adhesive, gonna just slightly overlap your photo mat. So you got about an eighth of an inch edge. And then it's kind of centered top to bottom. All right, then you've got this small grid piece that's going to go to the top of your flag. Right there. It is a little wider than your flag, so it just kind of centers up onto the flag. All right, now we have a couple pieces from our laser cuts. We've got this gold flag here, and then we've got 2 pieces to the heart. A red one and a black one. Why do I think? Okay. All right, so the yellow flag is going to go right at the bottom of that grid paper and on to the left side of your star flag. I keep wanting to call it a banner, star flag. All right, then we're going to take the red heart, put it on the black backer, just centered up. And then that double layered heart is going to go over, about a third of it is going to go over the green grid paper, teal grid paper, and the rest of it's going to come down on that flag. And then we get to do the kapow. So we've got a black layer and a yellow layer to the kapow. All right, now, when you're looking at this, you'll notice that there are 2 that are kind of larger points. If you use that as a reference, it is pretty darn easy to get them lined up. So just use that 2 larger points to line those up. Oops. All right, and then this is how the picture has it, from what I could tell, is the 2 larger points then kind of go into your photo mat. But you know what? It's a kapow, so I think any which way you'd like to put it on there will work. Just don't put adhesive where your picture is going to go. Okay, there we have that beautiful piece. We're going to flip this paper over. And a little prep work. You've got one circle left. And you know what? Earlier I said we were going to need this. We don't need this one. If you're looking at the camera right now or at the video right now, we don't need this teal. You can definitely use it somewhere else for your extra pages or whatever, but we don't need it. This is the one that we need to keep the extra. So we're going to do the same thing with this polka dot circle that we did with the teal. You're going to cut just about an inch off. And I'm going to put that cut off piece up here because we are going to use that one. Okay, so that is going to go over to, and honestly, I can't remember if the directions say to put this one on first or to put the backer on first, but what I'm going to do is how I have it in my sample. We're going to start with the red backer. It's going to go up and to the right, frame up the top and right side, and put that down. Now, it might not matter. I'm just going to check this out because I can't remember honestly the way I did it. I just want to see. Oh, it doesn't. So either way you did this is fine. So if I followed the directions, I should remember that, huh? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put down the teal polka dots centered on my red mat. And then this blue polka dotted half circle or semicircle, it's more than half, but is going to go on all the way over to the left-hand side and up about a half an inch. Okay, and it doesn't overlap if you put, depending on where you put your photo mat. All right, and then we have Magic Vibes. Magic Vibes is going to go down, overlapping the polka dots and a little bit of your photo mat. So the C kind of overlaps your photo mat, and the top of the kind of BES also overlaps. And there we have it. Okay, we're almost done, y'all. This is so pretty. It's so much fun, the colors. All right, so the next one, we're using a 4x6 journal. We're actually using the back side of this, but I mean, you're putting this right side up anyway, so you should be good, right? And all we're doing here is putting down the red photo mat base. And the way it shows is a little bit of the sun rays are showing, a little bit of the cloud is showing, and it is on an angle. Now, you can put this straight up and down, but I love this angle look. It's just so cool. And then we're going to put this teal photo mat centered right onto the red one. All right, next page. You've got two photo mats and this striped side strip. I'm going to put that on first. Striped side strip goes to the left all the way to the edges. And then we have two blue photo mats The first one is the left one because they do overlap. Now, you want to put that, it's almost in the center. So if you have your blue dots up here, actually use that as a reference, and you're going to kind of put those right on those blue dots. You want to leave a little room over here. We're going to do some stickers. Okay, so the blue dots are a good guide. All right, and then this next one's going to come and overlap the first one. So be mindful of where you're putting your adhesive. And it's going to go slightly down as well, and a little bit slanted. Okay, more stickers. Yay! So grab your sticker sheet, and we're going to use Mr. Mouse, and we're going to use the Aw Shucks that is right above him. So he's up in the kind of left upper quadrant here on your sticker sheet. So grab Mr. Mouse and the Aw Shucks. Mr. Mouse is going to go down to the left, overlapping that striped. And if you want to be specific, about half of his one shoe, his top shoe, is overlapping that. And then your Aw Shucks is going to go right above his head. And there you have it. All right, y'all, we're on the last page. Can you believe how easily this goes together? Oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Okay. So we are using the back of this. So once again, be mindful of which way you have this up and down, because this is the back side and we are using it. And then your polka dots are on front. We're going to start by putting the stripes down, the stripe strip on the right hand side, and it goes flush to the top, bottom, and right. And then we're going to put our photo mat, the blue photo mat, down. And then this is just going to be centered with what's left. So you're going to start looking at it with the striped strip, and then you're going to center it from there. So it's centered just in the polka dots. All right. This little piece that we cut off of that circle a little earlier is going to go right over here on the left, on the left-hand side, right over here on the left. All right, now this fully covers where your photo is going to go. So again, you can either just put it right back into your sleeve and put it on after you get your photos, or just put a little tiny adhesive on the edge so you can slip your photo underneath. All right, and we have Let's Do It Again. We're going to put that on the bottom right hand side. I'm just looking at where I can put my adhesive here. A little bit on the very bottom and then on the right. And that is going to go almost to the bottom. You got about 1/8 of an inch maybe. And then overlapped. And finishing up with our stickers, you're going to grab Miss Mouse off of that sticker sheet. And she is going to be kind of tucked in where this I and then N kind of dips in. And then you have your exclamation point. Her feet are kind of just a little bit tucked into where that N is. You know what? I think I put my mat over a little too far. But that's all right. She's still going to look okay. she's still gonna work out just fine. Actually, let's do it again. Honestly, don't put that so far to the left or to the right if you haven't already done it. I think that's where I goofed. So, excuse me, if you haven't already done this, put your let's do it again slightly more left than what I have it. Although it still looks really cute. It still looks really cute. This is how it looks in the photo. Okay. And then smiles from ear to ear, magic everywhere is our last page. Can you believe how quickly this went together? It's just such a cute, cute book. I have my notes still on that one. So cute, so adorable, so easy. I hope you enjoyed putting this mini book together. I'd love to see what you're going to do with it. So let us know. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Say cheese. Hi guys, it's Bonnie. I'm here to teach the Say Cheese class from the Simple Stories, Classic Mouse, Happiest Place, Playdate. So that is a mouthful, but you know what? You gotta love Simple Stories. Their mouse-inspired items, or actually their mousy items, are fantastic. And they have that Simple Stories, you know, unique color tones, so they're fun to work with. So what I'm teaching, just to be clear, is this. And if you can see some of the things I have laid out, I have taken the liberty of pre-cutting my photo mats, pulling the Me and the Mouse, this will be in the homework, from the journal Bits and Pieces. Okay, this whole packet, luckily we use a lot of it for other things. There's one item we need in here for this kit. It's this one right here, or that one right there. Of course, feel free to add whatever other ones you like, because we also have some of the little pieces here too that we're going to cut and put on and have fun with. And so you will need these and this, and you will need papers from this for the banners.
It's a happy Saturday, baby.
It's a happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday Playdate.
So this is the packet we're working with. And I've opened my packet right here, and I'm going to come around and show you what you're looking for first. I'm going to need these. So we're bringing those with. I'm bringing the whole thing around the table. And I'm going to gently move my pre-cut papers over there. And I have a lot of white on white here, but if I need to, what I'll do is I will show it to you on the wood. So when you see this piece, it's in the middle, set it right up here. You're going to need that. Now, let me tell you something really quick. This banner template is mostly for the width and the points. It's not for the length. Now let me show you. And there's a shot at the side of my head. Sorry, guys. And you can see there. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're cutting, because these are different.
In case, because you're moving pretty fast, in case they're wondering, it does say what that is on it.
Oh, can you see that?
Banner template. Banner template. So keep that in a safe place.
Right there.
There we go, because you use it again and again.
Exactly. Now, we're opening this up and we are looking for the title. So let me pull this title forward. We are going to make the title first.
I like that title.
You should like it. You drew it.
Yeah, but we love Amber's art.
So this we need, obviously, for the title. There's a few layers here. And guess what, guys? I have a cheat sheet for you as well. So we're going to pull that out too. Now, as you get in here, there are also other pieces for the page, including the banner pieces. So as you can see, especially as you look at the picture and the photos, you're going to be able to see that these are banner pieces. So we call these little gifts or presents. You're going to put them over here to the side. So we're going to want these for later. Look at that. The bow. I love that bow.
We should
The
probably say
papers in
something.
here. Say something.
If they hear snoring,
Oh, it's Frankie.
it's not you or me, it's our dog Frankie.
Well, I wouldn't be snoring. I'll be up here talking
She's
the whole
taking a big
time.
nap.
Yeah, she's here with us today. Okay, so we're going to want this piece. Okay, so you see, can they see the,
Yeah.
okay, so you can see the arrows and the hearts, the little camera, and the stars.
That
So
pure
she-
white background actually is very good for that.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I can see through it, but I want to make sure they can too. So that's part of your title. This part of your title. So we're separating out the pieces. See that little piece? Eric, tell them where that goes. Oh, it goes, you know where it goes.
On the camera. It's been a minute since I designed
That's
this.
true, fair. I think Eric and his tiny pieces. And then, of course, we have some of the letters here. We have the balloons are also included, even though they're not technically part of the title. They are to the right and left of the title. So as you see all your pieces, you can find all your letters, which is fantastic because then you have them all. Now, these are balloons. They're going to go over here. The banner goes over to the right and the balloons are going to the left. These are balloon backers, as you see, and they're going over there. And then here is, we're going to move that. I spilled one of the little journal bits in there. That's not part of your kit, guys, that little red arrow, sorry.
You mentioned in your intro to this class that Simple Stories was different, but it's such a great way that they're different.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, because then not everything looks the same.
Yeah, their stuff is like no one else.
Exactly.
It's its own style.
And its own color palette.
Yeah, and we really love that.
Yeah, I do. I like working with it. I like seeing what they come up with. I feel like Amber has just a very unique eye. So I really like that about her.
And she has courage.
Yes.
She's not afraid to do things that not everybody, nobody else is doing. So
okay, so we're gonna
shut up, Eric. Let me.
We're gonna go over here where we have the other pieces, and we're gonna just take the banner pieces and go that way.
I'm in the Amber Crowell fan club.
Well, you know what? So am I. So that's absolutely fine. Okay.
And Kevin's a dude. Kevin's a dude, so we got like that about Kev.
Well, and I have a nice surprise for everybody too. I asked Elise to make me a cheat sheet. So here's your cheat sheet. We will post a picture of this.
Nobody cheats like Elise.
Nobody cheats like Elise. She's really good at it. And then this will help you because, and if you have taken a class with me before, you know what I'm going to tell you. We're going to lay it down before we glue it down to make sure we have it oriented correctly. We have had people glue things upside down and backwards, and you had to hold it up to a mirror to be able to read it. So if you notice the curve of the S on all of the pieces on the backer, that's going to help you keep it oriented right side up. And that's going to just, it's a small thing, but it's actually easier to get wrong than you would think. But let me walk you through a few things and we're going to put some of these together. So we start with the black backer. And there's your black backer. Okay. Our next layer is this light gold shimmer backer. And that is going to go here. Okay, and you can see how it fits. So that is what I'm talking about when I say make sure it fits the way you need it to fit before you get your gluer involved. So we're going to get the gluer involved. Now I'm not going to put as much glue on this as you guys might because I'm teaching, but the one thing I like about this particular glue, and there are some others out there like it, is it's movable. So if I goof up, I can lift this up and re-glue it. Now, there's a limited time you can do that because eventually it will adhere to the black and then it will start to rip the paper when you pull it up. So keep that in mind, but like when you're working with it. Okay, so we have more pieces here. We are now looking not for this white piece. We are looking for this white piece. And with all the colors behind it, you can see what I'm looking for.
It's like building a house from the ground up.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. And it's almost as difficult. No, it's not.
You have a little part you need to punch out, baby.
Oh, so see, I've got my...
Right there.
Right there, yes. If you see one of these, you just take your handy dandy paper tweezers or a fine-tipped scissors or your fingernail, and you do that. And now we're going to glue that down because, you know, we check the orientation first, right? Right, of course. Okay, so next up we have another black layer. And then we're going to start with the letters. So the fun part here is I am going to actually lift this up and I'm going to show you a couple things. Sorry.
The white letters go up and to the left.
Up into, yes, they do. They go up and to the left. Okay. And the multicolored letters, they're centered though on the white, but the entire thing goes up and to the left. So there are two ways for you to do this. You can glue the black down first and then the white down and then glue the color on it, or you could glue the colored letters to the white and then glue it. That is my preference. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to pop these out. And you don't have to pop them out, you can keep them in, but notice that like the S and the A here are connected, and here is the Y. And that one doesn't want to come out, so that's why we get our little handy dandy scissors that I left around the table, guys, sorry.
It might be attached below, see?
You know what, you're right. That's exactly right. So never mind with the handy dandy scissors, Bonnie was wrong. And there's the Y, the S and the A. And I knew that too.
This will all make sense in a minute.
And here's your E. And then we have the C and the H. But it's not pure cane sugar, I'm just saying. We're going to set that aside because we're going to need those other pieces. Now I know this is hard to see white on white, so I apologize for that.
Actually, because of the different textures,
It's
I
shiny.
think they're getting a pretty good view.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to do that to you guys and make you not be able to see. All right.
Plus, my camera class skills are coming to the forefront here.
There you go. Oh, which camera class would that be?
The night classes I've been taking.
The one where you just do it? Okay, so we have the red S. Now we do have two S's on here, so we're going to glue that there. So we're going to take this and we're going to put our handy dandy glue on the back.
And again, you're straight on with these.
Yeah, these are straight on. Now I like the tweezers. You don't need them, but again, my eyesight has been better. In fact, I'm going to actually put this down here so I can see better, so that I am straight on, because that is something that Eric loves to tease me about, and he's not wrong. My eyes have gotten so tricky lately that I'm not getting, see, look at that, it's not quite right. And I can do this because I've done it. And there we go.
There you go.
So I'm just, yeah, it might be time for new contacts, I'm just saying. All right, so then we're gonna look for our next letter, which is A. And we're going to find the A. And again, remember, a lot of these have other pieces in there, so we don't want to lose them. We just want to get what we need. And, you know, there it's going to go. And we're going to glue that down.
What great colors.
I love the
That
color.
amber.
I love the color. I'm a color girl, though. I love when designers use a lot of color. That is absolutely one of my favorite things. Okay, we're going to take the Y and the ESE down here, and then we're going to look for that. So the Y is yellow, so we grabbed our yellow card. Now we call these cards that we have everything cut on, and we're going to pop that out. And then we're going to glue the back. And put that right here. And I want to make it hold still. I keep knocking it because it's attached to the bottom, and I keep hitting the bottom and it knocks it. And that is not exactly perfect, but
Not
it's
being able to see, you're
close.
doing pretty good though.
I know. It's definitely need to make an appointment. It's one of those years. Okay. We now, well, I guess we could do the other S and the EE since we're down here on this part of the, I like to do it the way it's spelled, you know what I mean?
I think it's funny. Your eye doctor, my eye doctor. His office is so old school
Oh, it is.
that you literally think it's closed.
Yeah.
You drive by it.
You drive by it like, they're
That-
open, right?
that
I have an appointment.
That business is closed.
But they're so nice and they're so
Yeah.
friendly.
And they have doggies.
And Lance brings his dogs with. Not always. He usually brings his golden retriever. She's getting older. And see, I got a glue booger there, you guys, and I can't have that. So I'm going to get that off. And I got another one right there. See, that's the one thing you want to be careful of when you're... I can't see, but I can see the glue boogers. That's right. So you want to make sure you get those off because you're not going to want those in your books. And I could use a little eraser too, but
We're doing
sometimes...
that. We'll give him a little shot of Frankie.
Oh,
Just over the table.
well, the floor over there isn't as clean as I'd like.
There's
guys.
Franklin taking a little nap.
All right. So there we go. And then we need a red E and a pink E. Actually, and another pink E. So we have 2 pinkies. Now, you know what Eric likes to do, and I'll show you Eric's way. My concern is I always get too many, well, glue boogers. He likes to go, turn it over, and put the glue on the back. And then you pop it out. So let's see. Maybe he'll have less glue boogers his way. Because I know when you teach,
I'm
that's how
booger free.
you're no, not always. Okay, so this pink E goes here on the end. So you definitely want to make sure you pay attention to which E goes where, or you're going to have 2 pink E's together. Unless that's the look you're looking for. All right, so we're going to take this
If
other
this was a
E,
Friends episode, it'd
The
be
one
called-
with the E's?
It'd be called the one with the boogers.
the one with, no, I don't think that one would be watched well. And since I already glued this E, I'm going to take it and glue it down so that I don't get glue everywhere. So we're going to put that right down here. I keep bumping stuff, guys. All right. So now we have that, and now we need the very last E, the red E. And we're having fun, right? So we're doing it, back to doing it my way. Although Eric's way was not bad, it did work. And we're gonna put that down. I gotta get it to hold still because it's barely attached. Guys, you'll notice this. It's barely attached, so when you touch it, it wants to go out. And see, that just did that to me. So I'm gonna fix that. But as you can see, I'll fix it in a minute, but it's on. So there we go. All right, now we have the C and the H. Now this is another color I really love. I call this teal. I wonder, it's a greenish teal. I love blue teal and green teal, but I just love the shade of this particular paper. So we're gonna do the H. I'm gonna turn around and get it. Gotta get all the legs so it stays on the backer. And we're gonna put the H down. Just like that. And then we're looking for the blue C.
What color blue is that?
This is a Typhoon.
I like it.
Actually, I think this was our substitute for Typhoon. Typhoon is a basil color that we use, and we can still get it, but it's harder to get quickly. So this might be Baltic Blue from Encore Paper, and it's very close to the Typhoon shade that we've always used. So on our files, it says Typhoon, but when I order, and I got that just a little bit off.
From our friends at 12 by 12.
Yeah, when we order from 12 by 12 cardstock, they now have Encore Paper. All right, there we go.
See how lucky we are, you guys.
We should be here where we are.
We just drive down the street, pick up all of our paper.
Yeah. In fact, I need to do that because I have orders waiting for me at Echo Park and at 12 by 12, or Encore, if you will. Okay, so now we have all of our letters. Okay, and now we haven't put this on yet, but remember, it's going to go up and to the left. So I'm going to glue this down next. Now I like to hit what I call the stress points. I do not cover everything with glue, but I do want to make sure that the points that I feel like might be under stress are covered. So if you look at this, I don't know if you can see, the light's kind of showing on it. It's hard to see. Well, I put glue on most of the edges, but not covering everything. And then when I lay it down, I have to be careful because there is glue everywhere. And I'm going to just double check my orientation obviously is correct. And I'm going to push that up. And sometimes you have to just kind of wiggle it down. And you can see right here, I'm a little off. So I'm going to lift that up.
Like you know what you're doing.
And I'm going to push it as opposed to lifting everything up.
By the way, you guys comment while we're doing this class.
You never know who might win a
We
prize.
choose prizes. I know Lisa Scott's watching down in Arizona.
Well, there's a few watch parties going on. If I'm not, let us know.
Where you're watching from, and if you have a friend you're with, whether it be human or pet.
Okay. Human. My pets are human. Frankie's my baby girl.
True.
I've become the person I used to make fun of, and I'm totally here for that. I'm fine with it. Okay, so we're going to take the S and the A, and then we're going to look at it first. Okay, so we're going up and to the left. So you're still going to see a little bit of black outline, but most of your black outline is going to be on the right side and on the bottom, as you can see that. And then we're going to do the rest with the other letter. I didn't say the right thing. Going to do the same thing with the other letters, with the rest of the letters. Bonnie, Bonnie, Bonnie.
Okay, this is our practice.
Yeah, no, this is the real deal. Hi, real deal. Okay, now this one's a little tricky just because you have a top and a bottom layer. So just go slow, because you can see right now I'm not right on. And so let me make the mistake for you before you make the mistake. And let's do that again. Because you want this E to land right around here. That's the red E I'm talking about.
And again, you're going top, up to the
Top
top
and
left.
to left. And then, as you get the red E, gently press the edge of the Y down. And you can kind of push it over a little bit. And
You know
then
the great
this,
thing though, this is obviously a cartoon font.
yes.
So if it's not perfect, it will look like it probably should look.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, my stuff usually isn't perfect. Eric's stuff is perfect. He's a perfectionist. A lot of people think I'm the perfectionist, and they've got another thought coming. I do my best though, and I try, and if it doesn't look right, or if I see glue boogers, I have to redo it. So there might be a little bit of a perfectionist streak in me as well. Okay, so here we have the blue. And now I'm going to gently press that down, but checking the H and pushing it up. And there it is. And then we're going to do the E. Dun, dun, dun. And the hardest part in this entire kit, you guys, is the title. And honestly, this particular title, not that hard. And it helps that we have Amber's art to work with. Let me just be honest.
Well, and the camera's easy on this one too, which is
Okay.
sometimes the...
And now we need the exclamation point. So we're going to do 1.
You mentioned these cards before. If anybody's
2.
brand new to Paper Wizard, we
Show
cut
you
these
this.
all on laser machines. And so to make sure you get all the needed parts, we put them in these cards per color. So there's a card for each color, and everything within that color should be in that card.
Exactly. And so now, what did I do with my, oh, I just did it, didn't I? What did I do with my eye? Haha, I set it aside.
I messed up my story.
Well, that's not really entirely true, but thank you for taking the blame. That's a good husband right there. I'm the one who forgot what I put, where I put something, and he takes the blame for it. Okay, so we're going to put the yellow right there. And we're going to do the dot. Now, here's the little trick with smaller pieces. I like, if wet glue will work, but I didn't bring any because I prefer to use dry glue, especially when I'm teaching, because wet glue can get everywhere. And I'm going to go turn that off. I turned off all my sound, but my alarm is still going off. So we are going to put this down next, and then we're going to do the camera, the stars, and the arrows, and the hearts.
Should we talk about where we're going to eat dinner tonight?
Where are we going to eat dinner tonight, baby?
Costco.
Oh, we are fancy. Okay, I went too fast on that, guys, and I got it down wrong. But again, lift it up and to the left. Little glue booger there. Couple glue boogers there, Bonnie.
We're going for a couple dogs tonight.
Yeah. Okay, now what I want you to do while I turn that off is show them the
Okay.
stars, the hearts, and the camera.
All right.
Because that's what we're making next.
Close up. Look at that.
And so
Here's Bonnie.
we're back. All right, so now what we have to do is we have a star, so 2 stars, and then we have some hearts. So I'm going to take the stars and I'm going to show you something that Eric likes to do. Right here on this star, Can you get in on that?
Look at that.
It looks like a number 1, sort of, but it's not. It's actually an arrow. So that's going to go
That's an Eric
up.
arrow.
That's an Eric arrow. It's got a little,
It's kind of like me, half baked.
yeah. So people are going to think that
It's got one
you
side.
you mean that. Okay.
I didn't mean it the California way.
Okay, there you go.
Just
That's
saying.
better. And then here's the other one.
Like I say that because I'm from California.
Now, I want to show you something. This one goes up and to the left. Guess what? That's the left one. This one goes up and to the right. That is going to go up and to the right.
That's next level. Just
That's
saying.
next level. Now, we also need the other pieces for this. So we have red. We're going back to our red card.
Let me pull up a little bit. So
All right. And then we have the beautiful kind of, this is like the aqua color. It's not the teal. It is aqua, and it's so pretty. And there we go. And then we need black. So I have to find the black stars. And sometimes black is harder to find because it's hard to see. So, you know, just
It's
acquaint
there,
yourself with the pieces. It's right there. And right here.
And they should have arrows
Now,
on them too.
I was
if you
gonna
look real
say-
carefully.
I was going to look at these and see if I could see with my bad eyes the arrow. I'm having a hard time seeing that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but here's the one thing that, again, what I always teach is you want to make sure you lay it down and make sure it fits before you glue it. And to me, that isn't looking right. See what I'm saying? Or is it? It's closer.
No, keep turning.
I'm going to turn this. And that's the fun part. That's not quite right either. So let's turn that again. That's what I get for taking them out of the card. I probably should have left them in the card.
I think that's your.
And there we go. So there's one. It's hard to see because I kept moving it with my tweezers. But the fun part is when you are doing something that has, like, you know, 10 or 20 sides.
Good thing you got your nails done this week.
I did not get my nails done, you guys. I'm sorry. It's been a week. They're
That's
a
why
little
you're-
bit grown out. I just did a mistake, you guys. I did the glue on the wrong side, and guess what? It all came off. I put that down, upside down, and instead of checking it like I tell everybody else to, I just started gluing, and that's a no-no. So we're going to pick that up. Now watch this. We're going to kind of turn it as we hold it because Eric likes puzzle pieces, and this is definitely a puzzle piece.
Looks good.
Yep, and now it's done. And I'm just going to put it over here right now because you can pop dot that if you want to. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with this one, and I'm going to double check. Yes, that is the way it goes. So we're going to glue on the back of the white. We're going to clean up any glue boogers. Yeah. And then we're going to see what we see. And then we're going to take this one, and I think that's off a little, but I'm going to fix that. But first, what I'm going to do is put this aqua down on top and see if I need to fix it. Because look at that, guys.
Bueno.
It's bueno. It's a little bit off, so I'm going to fix it a little bit and kind of just play with that. And that's the one thing, again, with the removable glue. Okay. Star, star. Beautiful. All right. Now, you're going to see that we also have a couple of arrows and we have a couple of hearts. We still need this here and here, so don't lose this piece. Now it goes to the banner pile. Okay. Next up, we're back to the black. We're going to find the arrows. So we have this arrow and that arrow. You like how I said that? This and that. I'm going to gently remove them without tearing them. This is the one where you might swear a little bit at Eric. Just because it's skinny and little, and getting it on there straight is going to be fun. But before we glue it down, I want to show you something.
Swearing at me is so 2025.
Thought you were going to say like 1995.
No.
Okay, so these are essentially the same arrow, except they actually are, which means you cannot go wrong. So one of them is going to go here, and it's going to go down before, and it's going to have a color on it, yes. And the other one is going to go here. So there, those are where your arrows go. And I feel like I'm taking a lot of time doing this, but it's okay.
It's all right. Have to give them their money's worth, baby.
Of me?
Should we tell them
Gluing?
about Jerry?
Oh, we have the best mail carrier. Tell them about Jerry.
Jerry's
while
great.
I do this.
In fact, it's almost time for him to come
Uh-oh.
outside. So
We'll hear
if you hear,
the music.
it will sound like an ice cream truck.
He's got the
'Cause
Latina music
he
going.
he plays his Latin music channel
Oh my
really
gosh.
loud.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And everywhere he
reminds me of
goes, people want
California.
Jerry.
Okay. So now we're looking for our second arrow. And it's with our H.
But I think he got in trouble because he used to come in and visit with
He
us.
used to come in and visit. He would stay like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just thought, well, it must not matter as long as he gets his work done. Maybe. And then I thought, wait, if he's hourly, they might not be too happy about that. I don't really know. But, you know, what did he bring you the other night? He brought you some food.
His wife home cooked
Oh
some
my
food
gosh.
for him. Yeah, it's great.
Homemade Mexican food. And let me tell you, in Utah, it is not that easy to find a Mexican restaurant. Now, see, I goofed that one up. Let me start with the arrow. To find a Mexican restaurant that has not kowtowed to the white person's taste buds.
Yeah.
So there's a few decent ones.
Here's some chips and some salsa we bought at the store, and now we're giving it to you.
Yeah, basically. If you
They
don't
would-
make your own chips, are you really a Mexican restaurant?
They
This
would
is all I'm
play that in
saying.
Arizona, Texas, or
Southern California,
No
Texas,
way.
no. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are scooping your cardboard chips out of a massive sized trash bag with a bowl, that was the last time we ate at that one restaurant. I won't say names because I don't want to hurt somebody's business. Not that everybody's going to come here and go to that restaurant, but still.
That's why I like Chewy's.
Chewy's down at, well, we don't have a Chewy's
I
here,
know,
though.
but they have their...
There's your arrows. Okay, now, and I didn't glue these down because I am going to use some pop dots on those. So
Their
we'll look at
salsa
those.
stations with all their chips.
Yep. Okay,
You go
So-
grab your own.
we're gonna snag the camera. We're also gonna get the little hearts, and these are right side up. I took them out and I took them right side up, so they're not upside down, so I don't goof up. But be careful, because if I can goof up, anybody can. No, I'm kidding. I goof up all the time. And I call Eric, honey, how does this fit? I can't make it fit. And he looks at me and he goes, are you wearing your glasses? Sometimes I am. All right. I'm laying this down. It does not have glue on it yet. I want to make sure I have it so it's properly fitted. And then I'm going to get all of the pieces out for the camera. So remember this fun little piece I showed you at the very beginning? Okay, so you look at the camera, look at the piece. This is very easy to get this confused which way up. So you definitely want to make sure you check that orientation, because that could be easily mixed up. And then it looks like you gave them two on this one. This is your little flash bulb, and there are two. And it's
Just in case.
just in case. Just in case you mess one up or lose it, because it is tiny. And that is going to go there.
And that's why we have a no cussing 2026. I'm ahead of the game this time.
Well, and here is a question for you, though.
It goes behind.
Behind what? This?
So the dot shows through.
But that's like silver. You guys, he's insane. I married an insane man. I think the first one I put together didn't have that behind it. I think I just let it be silver.
Wow.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be silver, a silver flash. A silver flash is not a bad thing. Okay, so this teeny tiny piece,
If you want it.
came out of the camera white card, okay? And apparently it goes behind here.
Yes.
And when I put mine together, did I do that? I did not, because I thought that, and this is white.
You know, you skipped a step. We need to start all over.
Did I skip a step? What step did I skip?
I'm teasing you.
Oh my gosh, you're making me nervous. Well, I feel like there's more pieces, so I haven't glued anything together yet. So,
But you know what's
because
great?
I know there's more
You
pieces.
put that black on the white, you don't need that piece.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't even use this piece
Who knew?
because it goes on the white.
Who knew?
And I'm like, yeah, I did. Okay, look at this teeny tiny piece. Okay, this teeny tiny piece
Mark.
goes here.
Yep. And they have two of them.
And you have two again.
Because
Because-
everybody repeat after me. Eric loves me.
Eric loves me.
That's why you have two. I'm not hearing it too loudly.
Okay, so this one's fun to get out. I actually ended up cutting my first one out just to make sure that I could get it out. But, ta-da! And I did glue it. I pre-glued it. This actually would be a wonderful candidate for a teeny tiny glue pen tip. And I'm going to have trouble doing this because I can't see.
I'll do it.
So I'm going to put it right there
Boom.
and tap it down. And I got it. So there's that. But I still want to find the red heart. So now we have more than one red heart. We have 3 red hearts. So look at this. Okay. You have a red heart here. You have a red heart here. And you have a red heart here.
If I were a betting man,
These 2 are on the title. And that one is in the camera.
no, I'd say that one right under the R would go on the camera.
Under the
From
R.
left to right. This one.
Oh, because it says, I didn't even see that. I didn't see, my eyes are bad. There, okay, let me show you something.
No. Yeah, actually, you're right. So this one, because it says C for center.
Center. That's
Oh,
what
the
I was going to say. Camera.
Camera.
Did you forget?
We're decoding.
I'm sitting here going, but that's left and that's right, and this is camera.
We're decoding.
Only I didn't see the letters. I just thought, oh, we're going from left to right, and then this one is separate, therefore it's the camera.
We're seeing it all for the first time.
It's like it's not even our product. oh goodness. Okay. So now that we have the pieces,
You know what? If we count up what we've designed since we did this one,
I know this is. It's been a
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And there's Frankie snoring again. You guys probably can't hear her, but I can, and it's adorable. Okay, so here's the silver.
So the big question for our class, though, while you're doing this,
Yes.
is are they excited about Costco's transition to Coke products instead of Pepsi?
I am.
Just saying.
I would not. I would just get water. I don't drink Pepsi. Of course, I have friends who don't drink Coke, so there's that. Okay, this is a Bonnie challenge. See the tiny, tiny, tiny little hole? And the yellow goes right around that. And I did it. You guys, I did it. Look,
Yeah.
you can see.
Here,
Okay.
you gotta
Let me, you want me
focus
to,
the camera. There we go.
so you can see that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to do my little trick where I pull the thing forward, the little wheel, and I push that in so I get a little bit of glue on the back.
These are like super close-ups.
Oh, I hope you aren't on a big screen, guys. That would be scary. All right, and we're going to put that right here. And you know what I am seeing, though? Guys, one of the things I did do, I got some glue boogers. And I got to push that over a little bit. So that's the one thing you have to do. You have to get rid of your glue boogers because Bonnie doesn't like them. I don't like talking about myself in the third person. That was weird. Sorry, guys. And that is also great for tweezers. Okay, so definitely if you have a fine tip glue pen, I would recommend that. All right, So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the camera together.
What's that eraser that I use? Is it an art eraser?
It's a glue eraser.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to work with those carefully because, let me get that up. You don't want to pull the paper. And on some of our small pieces, I don't like to use it because I feel like it pulls the paper and rips the pieces. I'm too high up.
Too high.
I can tell. All right, I'm coming down. And my little teal thing slipped.
But you have two because Eric loves you.
I'm a lucky girl. Okay, I'm still a little high. Okay, we are definitely calling the doctor next week for some new glasses. All right, we're going to push this up and push that down. And then we're going to take this. And see, I'm getting messy on my little spot. Now, here's another potential pop dot situation. I am going to just glue it. Although, will you allow me to just glue it, or are you going to want a pop dot?
It's a PDS, baby.
Now, this has a little bit of attitude. If you notice, it's not like perfectly in there. You can't put it perfectly in there. It fits. But ours has a little attitude and kind of goes up and tilts just a little bit. And there it is. And then it's going to go here. Now, I'm not gluing it down because I will pop dot that, which is one of the reasons why I didn't pop dot the heart. Because, you know, then we have the double pop. As much as my husband loves the double pop, it can be a bit much sometimes. So now we have the hearts.
Do we have pop dots on our website?
We do. Yeah. Are you kidding me? As much as I use them, people are always asking.
We go through so many of those and glue.
Well, and they are the 3D foam squares. They actually, pop dots, I think, is probably a trademark of another company. So these are called 3D foam squares. They're by Scrapbook Adhesives. And you get a lot. You get 217 pieces. And I like this pack because you get small and large, and then you don't have to sit there and cut those up. But they also make a pack with just large, and they make packs with just small, and they make shapes, and they make circles. I prefer the squares because I feel like you're getting more, but sometimes you need a circle. Anyway, that's just me. Again, I like pop dots. I use them a lot, so you get me to start talking about the things I like to use. I just don't shut up. Now I'm doing the same thing here. And I'm taking this here, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going down on top and outline. Boom. And then this is going to go right here. Now here's the fun part about these little hearts. They're not showing up on the backer, meaning like there's not a little bump out for that. So you may put them where you want. So if you don't want it there, you want it on the H, you can put it on the H. Okay, now we're going to glue this one. I'm going to pick that up. And we're going to glue that down. And I'm already seeing some glue boogers again because I was a little bit too free with the glue. So if you get too many glue boogers like that, you can just do that. And I know some of you are like, would you please stop saying glue boogers?
I'm just kind of smiling. I'm contrasting the way our class goes in Demo Donna.
Oh, no, Demo. She
like,
uses her finger tools.
She's like a machine.
Yeah, she's fast and quick, and honestly, she's fantastic too. All right, so now all of your pieces are there, and what you can do is decide what's being pop dotted and what's not being pop dotted. So if you like pop dots, which is, of course, an optional, you can take one of those, or you can use two. Now, I'm a big believer in committing to the pop dot. I have also talked about that in my classes. So you can just use one. It will probably stay, but I like to support my embellishments. And by that, I mean, you want to give them the support that they need. In fact, I kind of want to put a little one right there.
Oh, you're going way overboard.
I know.
You know what I do? I cut that in half. I put half on one side, half on the other.
Yeah, but if this is going to go in a book, I want to show them the way that I would do it if I'm putting it in my book. And the way I would do it is I would make sure that anything that juts out, like the flash, you know what? I lied. Look here. I'm getting into it too far. That's going to go on the E. And that's going to be... I lied, you guys. I'm sorry.
Now I know why we're always at pop dots now.
So instead of that, I'm going to put a little glue there because you don't want to pop dot it too far off of the letters. And you're going to be pop dotting this. So this is going to nicely lean right there. And there you go. Ta-da. So now,
We're off a little bit.
yeah, that's my eyes. You guys, my eyes. I'm so sorry.
We had signs made for our new
Yeah.
suite here that we moved into. And the guy that was installing them,
When my eyes were still good.
yeah, he was off by like a 16th of an inch.
It was like less than a quarter inch.
Yeah.
I'm so
And
sorry.
Bonnie and I both independently walked by when he was installing
And different
the letters.
times.
He said, "You're off by about 1/8 of an inch." He goes, "No, I'm not. I measured."
And I'm like, I went in there and I said, I don't think so. I think it slipped or something. So he got his measuring tape out and he goes, I'm off by 3/16 of an inch. I said, great, move it. Same thing happened with our house. The letters, the numbers on our house were underneath like the carriage lanterns. Now I'm going to use a smaller one for these stars. And they installed them, and they are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful when we're building this house. And it's not a custom house. It was anyway, it doesn't matter. And I drove up to check on the progress. We had already moved here, and we were living in a rental. And that goes this way, right there. Boom, shakalaka.
They were off, y'all.
And I looked at it and I said, that lantern, that carriage lantern above the numbers is off. And see, you know what? I just did that again. I messed that up. Okay. It's all right. And the guy goes, no, we measured. And I said, again, respectfully, it's off. And they were 3/4 of an inch off, and I made them move it. I just lost because I didn't put... I lost both my hearts because I didn't put anything on them. I lost my heart, honey.
Who is he?
She. Frankie.
Mumford.
Oh, Mumford. And for those who don't know, we adopted 2 little pugs about not quite 2 years ago. We lost our baby boy, Milo. He was a puggle, half pug, half beagle, and the light of our lives. Our whole family loved him so much, and we still do. We always will. And then my cute son says, Mom, we're a dog family without a dog. So now we have 2 pugs.
That's pretty good for a rookie.
Well, I see a couple of mistakes that I made. I'll be honest with it, you guys. But that'll make you guys feel better. Now, you'll notice when I put it on the page, here, show them up here. The camera comes below the photo mat and goes onto the photo there. If you do not want that, because you want that part of the photo to show, you can either do a smaller photo or you can move these 3 down and move this down. But I very, very strategically designed this so that it would go between the dots here, because I think this is really cute. And then I use some of the stickers here from the sticker pack. So that's that. But also as I looked at it, I'm like, we need balloons.
Which page? I keep filming you on the wrong page.
Oh, sweetheart.
No. Okay.
So this is above. That's what I'm talking about. Now follow the tweezers. If you don't want it to be above, you can push these down and push those down. Or you can cut that one in half and tilt it this way and that way so that it doesn't cover any of your photo. It really kind of depends on you. All right, let's do some balloons.
So you're at 50 minutes, baby.
Oh, I'm way slow. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry.
But
okay.
it's plus the entertainment.
I don't know about the entertainment value on this one. I was having trouble getting all those letters down, and I should not be having trouble. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, because I don't want this to be an 1.5 hour class. So I'm going to walk you through the balloons, and I'm not actually going to put it together because clearly when I put things together, I'm slow. So on the balloons, you're going to find your black cardstock piece. the card with the balloons, and you're going to gently pop it out. Okay, and as you can see, that is your right. And then here's the other one.
And these should be exact mirrors of each other.
Yep, they are.
If you're wondering.
Okay. So I'm just going to talk you through this instead of absolutely doing it. So there is your left. And you also have, see these right here? You have those here and here. Because, and let me show you, you're going to build it on the black backer, but then you need the white here for the shine. So then you're going to need another black piece. So there is a reason for that. All right. Now you're going to find your pink, your red, your blue, and your yellow. And it's times 2. So as you can see, red, there's your blue.
Which side are you putting together?
I'm not putting, have you listened? I said, for time's sake, okay. I'm not actually putting them together. I'm walking them through the process because I talk too much. But I will show you. Pink goes on the white.
I was just going to say the dot, the reflection dot is different on each side.
Yes. One goes to the left and one goes to the right.
If I would do that over again, I'd probably have to go the same side. But.
Well, I think it's kind of cool though, because like you said, it's a mirror image. So the left one, the dots are on the left, and the right one, the dots are on the right. Now this is simple to glue it together, and then you get to decide if you want to pop dot it. Now, what I would recommend is pop dotting like the blue and maybe one of the other ones, but yeah, I wouldn't pop dot the whole thing because you don't want those strings just not being supported.
When I did it, just for the record, I put down the pink, and
Pink
then the
first,
black,
then the black,
and then the
red,
yellow.
Then the yellow. Oh, up there.
Up there.
At least did it the other way, and I like it both ways,
Okay.
actually.
And then I popped dotted the red and the blue.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, okay, so I see that. So let me show you 2 ways to do it because both ways look good. So he popped dotted these 2, but when Elise did her cheat sheet, I think she thought this looked better. She put the yellow down before the blue and after the red.
You know what? I have to admit, I like those better.
I was going to say, I would do this.
Yeah.
This is how I would do it.
I'm firing her, but I like the way she did that.
And then this little bow right here is going to go right there. So that is your balloon bouquet, and you have 2 of them.
I'm teasing. We're not going to fire these.
Of course we're not.
That'd be the dumbest thing we ever did.
That would be not smart on your part. I'd be upset with you too, because you're not allowed to hire or fire people, because he hires everybody, and then
Fires everybody.
wants to fire them when they are still being trained because they don't train fast enough. Not anymore though. You're better now. That was back in the day. All right. I'm going to also walk you through this because again, the title was the hardest part. So the fun part, because I do want to talk about the banner template real quick too before we end. So we loved, especially me, we loved this banner that is part of the collection. And there's a couple of different iterations of it in the collection. So we chose the one with the bow because, hello, it's adorable. So what you're going to do is that whole pile of everything I had over here. Are they saying that?
Well, I'm just going to focus here. I keep going back
Okay.
and forth. And I'm
Don't
probably
go back and
confusing
forth.
people.
Okay, so I'm bringing down that whole pile that I showed you earlier. And all of these, you can easily see exactly where they go because they are shaped like the piece they go on top of. So, and we're going to have you just take those out of their cards and glue them down.
And this is easy. There's no border around them. Just they go straight
Nope,
on.
they go straight on. It's just for support, to be perfectly honest. And then this cute stripe goes on top. I didn't pull that out of the card, but you get the idea. Goes on top of that. And then we have this darling teal. I love this. This one goes over here. And your bow, I'm going to leave that in the card for now. And then your stripe. Such a cute stripe. And then your mustard colored ticket. So I call it the ticket paper. They have another name for it that's a lot cuter, but I call it the ticket paper. So that's going to go all down, and you're going to glue all of those down, and then, yeah, so that you see exactly where everything goes. Now, after that's done, you have this long strip.
Show them that on the wood paper or the wood background.
Yeah, this is going to go across the top of all of these to make it look unified. You're going to like that. It makes it look like the flags are coming out from underneath.
It covers up all your edges.
And it covers up your edges, which is nice. And then in that white...
Do you know why?
Why?
Because Eric loves them.
Because Eric loves you. And then in that white cardstock, I said, don't throw that away. We have these. And the finials, they're not really finials. If you know the name, let me know. Those are going to go on top. And I did pop dot this on the layout.
Boom.
And I cut strips behind those, but they're not super supported. So my whole talk about committing to the pop dot, but I really thought it looks so much better if it's pop dotted.
Yeah, the shadows are cool.
Yeah. So there's that. And honestly, if you don't pop dot it, it will still look really good. So there's all of that. So that is your balloons and your banner. Now, the only other thing, and we're going to step over this way, Eric, so come with me. You're going to find the 3 papers. Now, we gave you a banner template, and the measurements are in your instructions, but they are approximately 3 and a little over 3 1/4, like 3 3/8, 4 and not quite a half, and then 5 1/2 inches long. These are the papers you want. But the gold paper, you're going to turn it over and use the graph side. Okay, so then on those papers, there it is. You're going to cut a 1 1/2 inch strip. Okay, and before you cut the length on it, you're going to want to do this, because honestly, if you goof up on this and you've already cut the length, then you have to start over. So I always cut them a little long, and then I figure out the angle here and cut. Now I cut these by hand, and then I had them make a template. So mine are a little bit different on the page. I'm not holding that very well. But boom, boom, boom. So once you cut that, then you can trim it to the right length and put it there. All right, and I'm going to go around the table and show you something, because I wanted to just show you how I did that so you can see. I literally got out a handy dandy pencil. It's Blue's Clues. I'm going to move this over. All right, and what I did is I flipped it over.
Steve, right?
Steve. Although I think they had somebody new come after that. Okay.
Our kids knew Steve.
So what you want to do.
Remember I called him at Barney?
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of
At
back in
Albertsons.
the day.
Okay. So you can see here, and all I did is, oops, see, right there and right there.
They had a Barney appearance at Albertsons back in the day.
Yeah, they did. And he went right
And
up.
Colin was how, what, 2, 3?
He was not even 2. He was 1 and like maybe 20 months.
He saw Barney at the end of this
I was
aisle of the
pregnant with
grocery
Cooper,
store.
and it was before they put me on bed rest.
And he went on a full run and leapt into Barney's arms.
He did. Okay, now I did that on the back side, so now I wrote there too. Smart. So if you do that like Bonnie, you know what you do?
What?
And you do it again, because I cut it extra long. So I can't believe I drew that on the wrong side. I was so proud of myself for being prepped and ready. Okay, so like that, like that. And then you want to put your glasses on, if you're me,
There's a concept.
and you want to go right here. And I'm going just above the line, and then right here. And now I have the perfect pennant. Don't look too close, but it's perfect for me. And then I can measure it now. And can you show them over here?
Sure.
And like I said, this one's like 3 3/8. But honestly, you can measure them the way with your heart.
But
Measure it with
you
your
know what's
heart.
cool? So they can keep that banner template for other pages.
Absolutely, I would. I'd put that in a little notebook.
That's one to keep.
Well, and here's a little trick too. When you're doing, I brought a ruler here. When you're doing a banner and you need to cut your own, what you want to do is you measure across. So if it's 1.5 inches across, you go 3/4 of the way and you draw a little dot. And then you decide, do you want a steep point or do you want a wide point? And then you measure and you draw and you measure and you draw straight to the center. That's literally how I did these. And we used this one. This one was my favorite. So this is the one we used for the template.
Yeah.
Because
The cutout's not
sometimes,
quite as deep.
yeah, the cutout's not quite as deep, and then you've got, it just looks better. The other ones are a little deeper, but they're hand cut. And I don't mind hand cut. Sometimes I think it adds a little personality to your page. But there you go.
Sometimes you wish you had an official PW banner template.
Well, and
How lucky are these people with this Playdate? They got a tool they can use for the rest of the
oh,
week.
it's a piece of paper. All right. And then, as you know, I used some of these stickers. I love it when the sticker sheets on these collection kits have these little sayings, because I feel like they add and you can express more of what your day was like. So I just think that's cool. So you can use any of these, obviously, that you want. I chose the ones that I chose. And then I also, I have a little heart in there, and I have a little star on the other side. And again, whichever ones look good to you. If you don't care for the ones I used, use the ones that make sense to you. Today was the best, the mouse. I'll be honest, I used that because I love the mouse. Number one. Number two, it was red. And for my design, I wanted red. And then over here, I did I'm All Ears. One of the reasons I chose that, besides I think it's cute, is that it's a lighter shade on a darker paper. So it pops. And then, of course, I have the yellow star and amazing. And so just fun. And you can use a lot more than I did, but I also borrowed a couple of these little stickers and put those up there. And those would go on your photos. So that's up to you if that makes sense for your photo or not. I just liked the look of those little fireworks stickers. I thought they were super cute. Okay, so I will take lessons from Donna, so the next time I don't take over an hour for the class. But
That class was so long, I ate for.
Are you hungry again?
Hungry again.
Well, you know, when you, and again, I
Hey, it's
don't
an hour
work as
with
fast.
Bonnie.
Oh, it's a little too much there. But when you're done with this, you are going to have a very cute page for your book, and it's going to match the page that you made with Demo Donna. So I am Bonnie Smith. Say cheese is done, and I'll see you at the end with some prizes.
And a sneak peek.
And a
Hello, everybody. Elise here with Paper Wizard. So excited to be with you guys for the Paper Wizard Playdate. We are going to be doing tags today, and I'm not sure which one of these you're seeing first. I'm going to be doing 2 classes today, but we're filming this one first. So if this is the second class, welcome back. If this is the first class, welcome. So, all right. So we're going to be doing the tags. Hopefully, I know Bonnie posted some homework about separating all of your things out for the cards and the tags. So hopefully you've done that. If you haven't, it's really not a big deal. You're probably just gonna need to maybe like pause or like rewatch later. That's okay. But I'm going to show you a trick that I like with our tags. Maybe we'll go ahead and come on in. You think, Eric? Maybe. So I go ahead and I have everything for, let's see. Everything for this first tag, I have it out, and I have a bobby pin. If you have paper clips, that works better, but bobby pins actually works just the same. And then on the back part, I've got everything pinned just like how it is. So maybe you want to do that first.
Let me get a close-up. That's actually ingenious.
Thank
so
you.
What you've done in advance, is you've taken the pieces for each of those cards and you put a bobby pin on them.
Mm-hmm. So all of the pieces for the back side of here are pinned with that one pin, and on the front side, it's pinned there as well.
For those of you that are watching for the first time, this might be a great little trick for you. For those of you that have seen Elise do these tags before, it's something she usually does, which I think is great.
Yeah, so it helps me a lot. So I hope it helps you guys out. And then I just go ahead and put them on the ring in the order that they are. That way we can go and do it. And we're going to be going fast, but that's okay because it's on Facebook for 30 days.
Yep.
And then everything will be on YouTube until they decide to not have it there anymore.
Yeah.
So
that's the plan.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in. Oh, actually, real quick. Bonnie did want me to remind you guys that ribbons are not included. And she said that these ribbons are an assortment from her stash, Amazon, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever you want. So it's really cute with the ribbons, but they're not included. So you can look in your stash. I'm sure you guys are awesome and have stashes of craft stuff everywhere.
We assume most people have ribbon.
Yes.
For the most part.
So, and you can pick the ribbon that you think is the cutest instead of the ribbon that we choose. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take everything from this back part and stick it to the side. Let's see. So we're starting with, that's tag number 1. A little bit of glue. It's going to cover most of this graphic right there.
Don't you kind of love this retro
I really do.
Yeah, Amber is a great creator, designer. But when she does things, they're always a little bit different than you see from other companies. And I like that about her.
Yeah. Well, and I was working on all of this, and my daughter came up and was like, oh, it's Mickey Mouse. She's really into Mickey Mouse right now, which is so fun. But
Remind me how old Avery is.
she just turned 3.
Oh, wow.
So, car club, guys. She hadn't been in a while. She doesn't know the car club is a thing, but
There you go.
car club. So, you'll have to explain what that is, Eric, if you want.
I don't know if I know what it is.
Car club?
Is that a mom thing with the kids in the back?
No, I thought you did car club with
I'm sorry. That's my club.
Yeah, I know.
Thank
That's your
you.
club.
I need to wake up here. Yeah, we have a car club at Paper Wizard. That's my deal.
That is your deal.
Where we buy Hot Wheels by the hundreds. And then we give them to the kids when they come in. But you have to be 3 years old. Because on the box of Hot Wheels it says you have to be 3 years old to use these little toys. But it's become a thing. So when the kids come in with their moms, and they get one a week, as long as they've been good, they listen to their mom. If they haven't, they have to wait a week.
She actually loves cars, so
she hasn't been part of the car club now.
no, yeah, she hasn't. She doesn't know it exists yet.
And she's over 3?
But she's over 3. She turned 3 at the beginning of May.
Don't tell
But
her
I
that.
haven't been in very much, and whenever I was in, you were out of town.
Okay, so that's we're not too far behind.
Yes, yeah. So all right, guys, see, number 1 done. If you separate it out early, it's great. And then actually, you can just put it right back on your ring, no problem. All right, tag number 2. Nothing on the front. Flip it over to the back.
So you had to wake me up this afternoon, at least.
Oh
when
my
we're filming
goodness.
This.
You got. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have something on the front. I forgot. Oh my goodness.
We have
It's been a day.
one of the families that we have, there's 4 kids. They're in the car club. And the younger ones always forget that they have to wait a week. They can't get more than 1 car per week.
That's so funny.
So when they come in, they get these really disappointed looks on their face.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I feel like since I do files and everything else, it's a up in the air if I even come in once a week.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, this red paper is cut from the paper that is given to you in your packet. Everything else is cut by the lasers, or it's in like the journal bits or the other ephemera packs. And there's obviously the picture that I believe was posted of everything already separated, and then our instructions. Keziah does a wonderful job with those, so shout out Keziah. And
Yeah, I thought when you started talking about a car club, I thought you were talking about you driving your kids around in the back of your car.
oh my goodness, that's so
You know, like it's a new mom thing.
oh no, we do that
So,
all
I'm
the
sorry,
time.
I
to
got
get them
really
to
confused
sleep.
there for a minute.
Yeah. I do that when I need them to sleep, but Avery doesn't really take naps anymore. If she does take a nap, it's at the expense, excuse me, guys, it's at the expense of the rest of my sanity for the rest of the day. Like 1 hour of sanity, like her being up till like 10 o'clock at night. So,
So I need to ask you this.
yeah,
And all these women that are watching, I'm sure most of them
they need
are
to know.
moms or have been moms. How much less time do you have as a mom of 2 than you did as a mom of
So much.
as 1?
It does not help that my 3-year-old has not napped almost at all since I brought my son home. So, and they've recently decided that 6:30 is like
the time.
the time of the hour. Granted, nothing is open until like 9 o'clock here, but it's fine. It's fine. Lincoln's almost old enough to go into the gym daycare, so that way I can drop them both off for an hour or 2 and go and like work out with my weights and get sweaty because I really like lifting, but I can't do that because Lincoln can't go into the childcare. So time for me to get buff again.
Elise lives right next to, not next to, but very close to the Provo Rec Center.
Right up the street from the Rocky Mountain, if you guys are coming.
Yeah. And it's, I think it was I know that Google helped subsidize the cost of building that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So they donated millions and millions of dollars to that. So it's a very nice facility.
It's super awesome. And really inexpensive, honestly. So, oh my goodness. Postpartum hair loss, you guys. You got a close-up view. All right. This is from your paper pack. We're going to go ahead and put this one down first. I'm going to go actually and put, oh my goodness. Guys, doing this upside down. That's why we use reusable glue dots, right?
I'll quit talking.
You'll quit oh, it's
Give you.
some brain
We've
cells
already told
back.
stories. Now we'll focus.
The brain cells are gone. I'm sure they'll come back one day. All right, so this one, guys, I didn't put glue down all the way, so I can kind of slip that in. And then this arrow keeps trying to run away from me. These would be really cute to put pictures on, or if you have like some white paper, you could put white paper and make it like a little journaling card or something. That'd be really cute. All right. See, we're just trucking along. It's good stuff. All righty. Circles are face up. This is in your packet of pieces that were cut. And then somewhere about there. And we'll do the back side. All right, this one, guys, it has a white paper here. That's a placeholder for a picture, or you can cut it for, excuse me, a journaling card. That's what I'm trying to say.
So Elise is from Texas.
I am.
Are you a Spurs fan?
I'm not really into.
Not into sports?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm enough to like I know more about football than like my husband does. but my husband grew up in Arizona, so that's to be expected. So.
Well, I know the NBA playoffs are going on.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
this is being filmed on the 13th or for the 13th. So
For the 13th. I'm like,
it may be
today's
over by then.
The 4th.
It may be over by then. I haven't seen the schedule, whether the Knicks win or the Spurs.
All right, this one is just the tag, so we'll turn it over. This, guys, I did have to cut down. So this is from one of your 12 by 12 papers. I cut out the journal card, and then I kind of cut a little bit off of each side to kind of bring it down to the right size for the card. And I did just a little bit at a time because I didn't want to mess it up on accident. Then we'll add our little ephemera pieces. You know what? Even if I did watch sports and stuff, I don't know when I would have the time.
True.
I showered today. That's my win. I really did. Yeah, I went to the gym. We went to the gym at like 8 in the morning. And then we went to the playground, came home, fed both of them, and I buckled Lincoln into the seat. And I was like, well, if he dies, that's what happens. I'm leaving him to the wolves. So, because Avery is 3. So, I'm just kidding, you guys. I made sure he was safe. I took the quickest shower you've ever seen.
You want to hear a funny story?
I do.
When Bonnie was not so young, but it was our 3rd child, Carter.
Oh, and
And Carter's a character.
yeah, he is.
So the other kids were already at school. She'd already taken the other kids to school. And Carter at this point was not in school yet, which really troubled him because he wanted to go to, he thought he would be as big as the other kids and go to school.
Right.
And so Bonnie did what you did. She thought I'd sneak in a quick shower.
Mistake.
So she's going to kill me for telling the story. So she went into the shower and all of a sudden she hears a click, click. And she looks down and Carter's taking pictures of her
Oh my gosh.
in the shower.
That would be an Avery thing.
And that was the day when you had to get them developed at like a photo center.
Oh yeah. It's not, I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness.
So luckily he didn't have any idea what he was doing. And so to hear her tell the story, she went to a photo center development place as far away as she could from our house.
Oh my goodness.
And had them developed and then went back a couple weeks later and picked them up.
Oh
just
my
thinking there's going
goodness.
to be like cops there saying, why do you have pictures of somebody in a shower?
You're like, it's me. And
Yeah.
maybe I like looking at myself.
And
looking
so
in the
with much
shower.
trepidation, she opened up the envelope and looked at the pictures and they were all of the ceiling or the floor.
Oh, that's so good.
He completely missed anything that he thought he was taking a picture of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got in big trouble for that.
My favorite is Avery came in. I thought this was before they like consistently started. Okay, you guys, sorry. This is the same. There's nothing to that one. So we're going to flip it over. But I thought I had like at least an hour, maybe 30 minutes before either of my kids were going to get up. And I thought, Self, instead of waiting, why don't you go take a shower? That would probably be good for your mental health. And so I did. And I kid you not, 2 minutes into that, Avery pulls the curtain and she goes, hey, Mom, you taking a shower because you're stinky? Yep, I am taking a shower because I'm stinky. Why don't you just sit on the floor, I guess?
Yeah.
So, yeah, my husband's like, you don't lock the door. You can't be like upset that you keep getting interrupted because you locked the door. And I'm like, I'm not going to leave my 3-year-old and my baby. Like, she can technically climb into his crib. She would get in big trouble. But, yeah. Okay, you guys. This one is a little different, but it's really easy. So
So we
There's
had to
2 of
we had
them.
to bear down for this one.
I
you
know,
said.
yeah. Get prepared. All right. So red circle from your cutout from like your red circle was laser cut. It's in your packet. Gonna go ahead and center that. You're gonna take your hole punch. This is the tricky part. You gotta figure out actually exactly where you want it. Let's see. Bonnie did about there.
Done.
The end. And so since that one was really hard, we give you a break with this next one. There's nothing to do with it on the back or the front. So just move that on over to the next ring. Okay, then you have your Mickey. You gotta really buckle down.
Circle number 2.
Circle number 2.
So if you're watching this and if you have a funny story about pictures and kids, let us know.
Oh yeah, comment down below.
Yeah. And by the
I
way,
do get on and read some. Yeah, not like usually when it's going on, but I do get on and read them because I'm always just curious. So, all right. This one is just the tag, so we're going to flip it over. Okay. Glue down on the polka dot side. Again, guys, this is like a photo or a journal card. So you could even put one there for a placeholder type situation.
the other great thing about this, and I know we have some very creative people that do these play dates, but you're giving a great example of how Bonnie designed this. But I'll bet some people have their own ideas once they get into it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
So if
like,
that be the case and you did something a little different, let us know. Post some pictures.
I'm not going to come find you. Knock down your door. All right. Nothing on the front, just the back. You guys, we're almost done. It's crazy.
Look at that.
Time flies when you got fun shower stories.
She will kill me to tell that story though.
Oh
I'm
my
preparing
goodness.
for it already.
It's okay. I shared one too. So we're all.
I think I'll be out of town when this airs.
Oh, yeah?
I think I'm gonna go out of town.
Perfect.
She can call me and go, what did you say? Why did you bring that up?
That's so funny. All right, guys. Gonna put that down first. I'm gonna go ahead. This is from a paper. So I cut down as close as I could to the actual ticket part.
Let's show that close up.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm
And
gonna
if you'll
bring
notice,
that
it's
in.
actually different from the one that Bonnie had chosen.
There we
Well,
go.
that one's not, but
Okay, hold
this
that
one
right.
is.
Don't move that. Hold it right there still.
So I just picked two that I like. Pick whatever you
Okay.
want. No problem.
All right, so those are obviously pre-printed.
They're pre-printed. They're from one of the 12 by 12 papers
Okay.
in the collection kit. So those are tucked under this red. So I'm going to do probably about half right there. And then kind of,
So how did you come up with the name Lincoln for your son?
I don't even know.
Is
We
it a
just
family
kind of
name
found
or-
it. It's not. So we do family names for our kids' middle names. So
Okay.
Avery's middle name is Ray. That's my grandpa's middle name, but we changed the spelling.
Okay.
So it's still her own. Lincoln's middle name is McKay, MCKAY. My husband's grandmother's maiden name was Mackie.
Okay.
And there's already somebody in the family that named their little boy Mac. And I just feel like it didn't really work. So
Yeah.
I was playing with all of the letters. And so we went from Mackie to McKay.
There you go.
You just kind of switch some around. So it's a derivative of that. But
Well, I think McKay kind of rolls off the tongue better.
yes, yeah, Lincoln McKay versus like Lincoln Mac. So
Lincoln
it's
Mac
just-
sounds like a law firm or something.
It does actually. That's funny. So yeah, we have a really hard time with boy names. So when I stop thinking about what their name should be, I figure that's probably their name.
Yeah.
So although we told people his name, at least like his first name, before he was born, once we had figured it out, and I was like, gosh dang it, like all of the surprise and like I feel like I'm not gonna do that with our next one. If and when that happens, because I like being like, I know something that you don't. So, yeah. All right, guys, this is the other tricky part. So Bonnie used a circle punch to kind of half punch out this
Oh, that's cool.
kind of like a ticket. So it's like takes you back to your Polar Express days, right?
I remember the days you used to go to an event, like a concert or something.
Mm-hmm.
They'd actually use one of those to punch your ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've actually never been to a concert before.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know how they do it now. I'm sure it's all on your phone. But all right, guys, we're at the very end. So that first one, nothing to it. This one you gotta see. This could also be a photo mat. There's just no light for a placeholder. So you could put a picture. You could put a piece of white paper down and do all of the things. Right. Journal. That's the word I was looking for. Alrighty. Then we put it back on our ring. Oh, and you guys, I'm just using whatever ring I had available. I know you guys are silver. I'm not sure if it's the same size as this, but I just want to mention that before anybody gets confused. So, but yeah, there's all of our tags. Get you some cute ribbons, put them on there. Or you can honestly save these for, I don't know, birthday presents, or, you know, put the tag on there. These go really cute in scrapbooks too. But, or you can get a nifty hanger and see if I got it backwards. That's what I did earlier. Move it over here and pretend I did it on purpose. Hang it on your bookshelf. It's really cute. So
All the things.
yep, awesome. So that's your tag set. If you have any questions, you're going to be able to come back and rewatch this again for 30 days on Facebook and then over to YouTube. And hope you guys have a great rest of your Playdate.
I'm back. Guess what time it is? It's prize time. But in addition to prize time, we have Playdate number 5. What do you think it's going to be? Okay.
This is a sneak peek.
This is a sneak peek, but we haven't even played with the papers yet because this is so new. It's not even being shipped out until July. So, and as soon as we get it and we play with it and make the classes, of course, we will do another reveal. But for those of you joining us today for the Playdate number 4, you get first dibs. So, you want to know, don't you? All right. Halloween Parade. Come up close, Eric.
From Echo
Show them what they
Park.
get. Yes, brand new Echo Park Halloween Parade. It is coming out, like I said, in July. And you will receive the collection kit, the solids kit. And then we're looking at the ephemera frames and tags to see which ones we want. You might get both of them. And also more. You're going to get 5 classes. They're exclusive to this event. They are spooktacular, even though we don't know what they are yet. They will be spooktacular. There will be 2 12 by 24 inch or 2 page layouts. There will be definitely some cards and possibly even some tags. And we have a couple other spooky ideas, but we really want to see the collection and the paper to see what else we're going to make with it.
What's the value, Bonnie?
Value is over $125.
What's the cost?
$89.99.
When can they order it?
Now, today, first. And I'll be honest, we've ordered a limited quantity. However, it's Echo Park, which means we might be able to get more if we sell them all. But we might not. You just never know.
But this
these
is their
days.
exclusive pre-sale opportunity.
This is
We've actually
pre-sale.
been very surprised
Yes.
by how many of these Playdates we've sold on the same Saturday of the previous Playdates.
Yes, sight unseen. You guys must
Yeah.
really trust us.
Yeah, but it's also a great way if you enjoyed today's activities and want to do this again. All of the stars will be back. Demo Donna, Bonnie Smooth.
Marion,
Marion,
Kuhn,
Elise.
and Elise Martindale. I still want to say Pennington.
I know.
Elise Pennington Martindale.
So if you enjoyed today's events and you want to do it again, here's your chance to make sure you get in by ordering yours on a pre-sale opportunity.
And we do have some tweaks. Every kit won't be like Happy Halloween and Trick or Treat. There's going to be some mixes and matches in there. So it'll definitely be Halloween themed. However, I don't want to misrepresent that part. But it won't all be the same or all look the same.
No.
So that should be fun. And actually, there should be candy. This is all I'm saying. We got to do something with the candy. So then we can decorate with candy. And then after the decorations are done, who eats the candy? Okay.
So on with prizes?
On with the prizes. Don't forget. And also, I'll be honest with you. If you see a brand new, wonderful, exciting collection somewhere that you'd love to see a play date, go ahead and let us know. If we can swing it, we will. Okay. Now, let me go through the prizes really quickly, not necessarily in order. We have about $400 and something. Might be over 500 actually. I might have to add this up again because we have 7 prizes. And we have this cute little tabletop tote right here. And it's wide and it has compartments that you can make bigger or smaller. There's Velcro. So you can do what you want with that and have fun with that. That's good for more than just scrapbooking. But for us, it's all about scrapbooking. Come on. And then this beautiful Simple Stories tote has a wonderful crafty album kit class in it. And don't fall over. I moved everything around. Plus there's extra goodies in there too. So that one right there is worth $100 easy. And then we have a bog bag.
We love our bogs.
We love the bog bags. Well, and again, I mean, it fits. It just goes right in and it protects everything. So it's awesome. And then we did a couple of fun things. First of all, we took some of the extras from Simple Stories Happiest Place and put them together in a prize pack. And I want to say that's like 10, 15, 20. This is over 25, but not quite $30 in value. And then we have a snap, or I say snap. It's a snap flip book. And it's the 6x8, the flip book. It's obviously black. And with it, we did the very first one with Steamboat Willie. And it's just the classic mouse. I taped it all together. So it's just Say Cheese Classic Mouse. It's their first classic mouse version. And that is the last one we have. So the winner is going to love that. Up here, now I'm calling this Around the Park with Paper Wizard.
Choo-choo.
So
all aboard.
You have Winnie the Pooh over there in Critter Country, or Under the Sea. Main Street Station. We have the Haunted Mansion, and I looked up the winter. Yeah,
close, baby.
I looked up the winner to see where she was from. So if you're the winner and you would like Haunted Mansion number 1, which is Anaheim, instead of Haunted Mansion number 2, let me know and we'll make that switch. But because I had them both out and then I saw who won and then I pulled this one because you're closer to this one. So I'm assuming that's what you want. However, I can fix it if that's not. We also have Jungle Cruisin' and the toys are back in town. So that's kind of like running all over the place. And so a lot of fun there. And then over here, we have our Paper Wizard. And I did include some Doodlebug paper here just because of the colors.
That's a great price.
Well, you get the Main Street and you're getting All Smiles. Now this All Smiles one, you guys, this is a classic PW kit that's not available these days. And then we also have A Magical Day in the Park title with the castle behind it. And then we have Steamboat Willie and Steamboat Winnie. That's, again, what we like to call her. So this one is worth, I think, over $50.
Yeah.
This one is worth over $50 or close. It might be $49. It's right in there. This is worth $80. This is worth $25. This one is worth, what did I say? I added it all up. Oh, not quite $30. So another, let's say just 25. We'll round it. So 25, 50, 100, 150, 230. This is worth $100, $330, and that is worth, I want to say $40. I'm missing something. But I had $400 in my head. There's something in one of these that's extra that I'm not adding up. So we have all of these goodies. Who's going to win? Let's see. Oh, I'm like, where's my notes? My notes are on my phone. Okay.
You kids and your tech.
Oh, me? Yes, that's definitely. So, yeah. Okay, let's go from my left. I have nothing to say to that. What is that line? I have no response to that. If you can tell me the name of that movie, I will send you an extra prize. Okay. Over here, the pink tabletop tote. I'll have to get that. Nancy Aga, A-U-G-A. I hope I'm saying it right, Nancy. Nancy Aga, you are the winner of the pink tabletop tote.
Congrats.
Congratulations. All right, let's do this. The Simple Story Extras. Right? Joy Bus. Joy, congratulations.
Yay,
You're
Joy.
a winner. Joy has joy in the fact that she won. All right, we're going to save that and that for last. We'll go here, Around the Park with Paper Wizard. And this is Tammy McCoy. Now, Tammy, I believe you live in Texas. So if you want Anaheim, just let me know. But Tammy, that's for you. And then this cute little packet is going to go to Jessie Wasser, Wasser, Jessie Wasser. I hope I'm
Congratulations
saying
to
that
both.
correct. So, congratulations. And then over here, we have all of this for Christine Burrell. Christine, congratulations. Yeah, my math wasn't mathing. It's definitely, we're there. All right. I'm having one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. All right, right up here, the bog bag is going to Barb Henriksen.
Yay.
Barb, I know you're in Southern California. Now you have something for all of your goodies. You
I can see her using that
Well, it's
without a doubt.
I don't know how many, if you haven't seen these before, you know we like to give them away, but they have the tread
It's
on the
cool.
bottom. These are the actual bog bags, not a fake. They have a little inside here, you see the little white buttons. That's like a little zipper pocket. And there are some other things you can buy for them, like a cup holder and stuff like that. But these things, they don't cave in. Now, there is like a little piece of cardstock in here, but they stay, they keep their shape. So it's really good to protect your goodies. And it's big enough for your 12 by 12 packages. So that's kind of why I like them. And it comes in purple and pink. So they have other colors too, but they have purple and pink. So win, win, win.
We ought to be a distributor for Bog. We like it so much.
I actually looked into it. Yeah, we might. You never know. Let us know. Would you buy a bog bag from this face?
We need one more thing to do.
Yeah, one more thing to. Well, can you imagine? We might need room to store them too.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
We're kind of full, if you will. If you've ever been here, you know that I'm not lying. We are full. We have lots and lots of stuff. Okay, now this is our grand prize, and our grand prize winner is Diane Swint. It's S-W-I-N-T. Diane Swint. You've won yourself a Simple Stories tote, and that's it. No, with a Crafty Things album kit, a Doodlebug album in there because that's what it was designed for, the kit. And then we even have a little, oh, there's Crafty Babe in here. It's backwards, but see, that's how we keep track of who won. Crafty Babe is in there too, and a couple other little extra goodies, all for Diane Swint. All right, I gave everything away.
Congratulations to
Does that mean we
all.
have to go now?
Yep. Whoa.
That means we have to go now. Good catch. All right, there we go. All right, don't forget, come and see us again. We've got Rocky Mountain coming up. And of course, after we get through the summer, we'll be looking at Shop and Show for November.
And thank you so much.
I was going to say, and thank you to all of our teachers who did an amazing job, except for me. And thank you for all, just every one of you trusting us, pre-buying this Playdate or purchasing it after we did the reveal. Either way, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bonnie Smith for Paper Wizard Playdate. That's a wrap.